It wasn't on. I fucking figured it out in time. Wait a minute, that's the loop back, isn't it? Oh, you're a big fucking mess, aren't you? What did I do to my audio this time? Woo-wee. I think my ASIO plugin might just be fucking buckshot. That's okay, we'll use headphones for now. Nothing has ever gone wrong with this idea. Turn that shit up. Yeah. Alright, that was wild. Thank you very much, Andy. We're gonna ride that one out for a bit. Alright, so as part of the plea deal, the 9th District Court of Kentucky requires that I stream at least twice every month. So I got a can of Baja Blast, a fucking bowl of barbecue chips, and like 2 weeks worth of free room games to do. Should probably do my event ticket, actually. Let's start the day off strong. And do this piece of shit event. Game's loud compared to you. Excellent, that sounds great. That's probably a good idea. I prefer that. You don't want to hear this. Who cares about this fucking guy? Who is this fucking Hestia clown? At some point, I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell I did to my ASCII plugin and why I can't hear my interface anymore. But whatever, man, we'll figure it out.
Is north. I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
All right,
let's see how this battle unfolds.
This is kind of a mess, but it's like a mess with 2 Dora and a Yakuhai pair, so
who's going to
I guess
make
we
the
just
first
called a
call
victory.
here?
Guest wind first.
The player,
Paired that
one
up.
step
That's cool.
in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
At this point, okay, pick that up.
This table is so quiet I could hear a
That
pin
5,
drop.
7, 8's kind of awkward. So what's going on around here? That sucks. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Another useless draw.
Normal over here, normal over here.
Things are
Kamisha is like throwing a little bit of spice.
Nowhere.
But like nothing crazy crazy.
Oh wow! And there's any calls on this tile.
All right.
The player
With 2 Dora, I probably
refuses
call.
to compromise.
This lifts a heavy burden.
The player 2 tiles to Tempai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
I'm skeptical. This is awkward. I keep all the value in my hand because I'm a stubborn bastard.
Who's going to what to do with this tile? The
Manzu
player
are
calls
potentially
to
like
form a Dora meld.
outrageous bullshit. And,
The player
Fine.
is already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
we'll do it like that. I feel like now this is like
How are
pretty
the players
mediocre,
going to
but,
approach
like,
this hand?
hand is a hand. We're playing Tompus. You just take what you're given. No Manzu so far is
East
wild.
has declared
Okay.
Deech.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a
I don't have
confrontation.
Will it be
anything
possible
to
to
fold
catch
with.
up here?
Thank you for
The
that.
player on the
Mindman.
right has discarded that tile.
Fucking 7-So's Wizard Kabe. 2-pin is like Wizard Kabe.
This tile is
It's
blocked
okay.
off by 3 discards.
Yeah.
There it is. The player on the left.
I was
suffers
gonna
an
throw it too.
unexpected
I had a
loss.
feeling about it
The
though.
player on the right A very favorable
All
start.
right, all
The
right.
player on the right takes a modest
All right.
East 1.
Dealer fast
One
hand.
counter. The Dora is the 2 of Bams. The player is North. How does this starting hand look to you?
A quick tenpai is very much in the cards here.
This is not an easy spot to
It's
work
fucking
around.
Pinfu, you piece of shit stoner. With a series of wild, insane wizard draws,
player.
it could be
First place is
Sanshoku,
well
but like
within
with
striking
wild,
range.
insane wizard draws, every hand could be Sanshoku.
Any calls? Took a pass for now. The air is tense as the players take their turns.
Pretty regular stuff.
Who's going to make the first call here?
Backfire avoider up there.
What to do with this still
Nah.
holding back?
2, 5. I mean, sure, I fucking guess. I know it's backwards. Don't worry about it.
Things are at a standstill.
I'll chill. I want
Who will
Danielle, I
come out
decided.
on top in this confrontation? The air is very tense at this
Obviously,
moment.
I'm only here to level up the Nagashi Yakuhime. Now that presents a problem then, doesn't
Upset
it?
the player. Still no calls.
Wow, this hand became like rapidly gross and unappealing. Yeah, maybe take the advancement, you fucking
The player.
brickhead.
One tile to
Oh, well.
Tenpai.
It's important to find
Let's
the
look at the
best
board for
possible
once.
way.
Not insane. Kind of insane.
How are the players going to approach this hand?
Yeah, you know what? We'll do it like that.
The player. Is it time for a call?
There is actually a Nagashi girl.
Draws yet
I
another
wish
symbol.
I could explain to you why. But that's where all my fucking crystals are going.
No one dares to make the first
It's the
move.
first game of the day. I feel like I've been awake for 10 minutes. Because if I ever look at a fucking code editor again, it will be too soon. Brain's starting like a gas mower right now.
Uh-oh, East has declared Nietzsche.
Gotta be cautious against
Alright.
an East Beach.
3
Will
so
it be
seems
possible
obvious
to
first.
catch up here?
The player on the
Nah,
right
you could
has
do worse.
discarded that tile.
Chasing Nietzsche.
There are any number of responses here.
Do I ever get to stay in here? This
That's a
is
safe
Suji at
tile
least.
for the player on the right.
The player across. Dora
Okay.
Carr. Underside Dora.
So that's where they are.
3-player Nietzsche.
Taking a gamble here.
Look at that Dora.
Jesus, what do I even want here?
One step in the wrong direction.
That's a safe tile
6
for the
mon
entire
hit.
table.
8, fine.
Nobody
That
wins
blows.
this shootout.
3 players are Tenpai.
That's fucking
East
terrible.
2,
Oh well.
2 counters. The Dora is the 9 of cracks. The player is West. The player on the right
Is it a
in
Dora
first.
bomb if you
At the
con the
moment,
Dora
this is
and their
anyone's
Dora
game.
before the
The
Iridora
stage is
flip?
set.
Or the Condor
Anything
flip?
can happen.
So, like, this isn't an outside hand, right? Is it? Probably not.
The player.
God, what is
First
this?
place is well within striking range.
This is like brutal shit.
Who's going to make the first call here? The player, one step in the right direction.
This is the point where skill really
167
factors
Dora
in.
9. Holy fuck.
Any calls? Pick a pass for now.
God, why do you leave me to fight the strongest battles? What the fuck are you even talking about, streamer?
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
So this is a little sketchy.
Things are at a standstill.
Yeah, I
The
kind of
player,
just fuck
that's
it.
progress.
This hand is
Whatever,
really
man.
beginning to come together.
Still holding back. Oh, wow, and there's a call.
Interesting.
The player
Gaining momentum.
The next few tiles could make a huge
That call is
difference.
crazy if you're not close, right? Against
What
this.
to do with this
I don't know,
tile?
man.
Still no call.
I don't like that chi.
This white
Let's
dragon
just
could
leave
be
this
kept
around,
as
I
a safe
guess.
tile.
After 4 mon, 1 mon makes sense.
Have things calmed down
This
for
is
the moment?
starting to feel
The player
a
on the
little bit
left
fuckety.
continues to discard simples.
This is terrible now. That was like an entirely
How are
vibes-based
the
fucking
players
decision.
going to approach this hand?
There was like no strategy involved. See, I'm about to fucking undo it very next turn. It's bad. Thank you, Spacey.
No one dares to make the first move. Draws yet another simple. The player. One. Jeez. The player suffers an unexpected loss.
Yeah,
Fine play. No doubt
that
about it.
Tuso cut, I was a little bit worried.
East 3.
I don't
The
feel like I
Dora
can
is
sit on my
south.
hands
The
forever, but
player
maybe it
is
was right to
south.
just leave.
How does this starting hand look to you?
The question is, where's the green dragon hiding?
Now, let's watch how things develop.
It's all vibes. I don't know what I'm doing.
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now.
It's just bad out here, wall to wall.
What's going to happen to this score gap?
6, 6, 8, 9. What the fuck?
The player.
How does this Twitch API even work?
What the fuck was that?
I haven't heard that sound in a million years. Thanks, Ebe.
The air is tense as the players take their turns.
Fine.
Another useless draw. What to do with this tile?
I feel like I
And
just
there's a
opened to
call.
win
This
something.
looks a heavy burden.
It's like a mental thing more than actual, like, game standing.
The
You were
player.
holding on to
Is it
that.
time for a
But
call?
why? That's my
Still
pair,
holding
so
back.
that doesn't actually advance me worth shit, though. It's possible that you're the only tier 2 sub ever.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about.
I mean, sure, fucking fine, I'll upgrade to that, but whatever.
Oh, making a move here. The player on the left refuses
Alright, that's
to
horseshit.
compromise. This is a
But I feel
player's
obligated to
exchange
buy
of
in.
fire. The player is already
Thanks,
one
Chase.
tile to Tenpai.
Appreciate it.
Certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others,
Ah, geez. The player on the left. A very swift win off the wall.
that was a speedy finish.
I'm just marinating in my own mistakes right now.
East 3.
Nothing
One
good
counter.
happened.
The Dora is the 5 of cracks.
Nothing good happened.
The player is south. The player on the left is in first.
Still very much in a position to win the game.
Is this
Shadow
a battle that can be
notification,
won?
by the way.
The player, one step in the right direction.
The cracks are really coming together.
So, like, fucking 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku? Fucking Toy Toy?
What's going
I don't
to
know.
happen to this score gap? The player 2 tiles to Tempai.
This
Oh, wow, and there's a call.
Whatever it is, I'm guaranteed not to have the value to actually advance unless I draw a bunch of 5
The
mons
player,
or like.
is there any way
I
to
stay
turn the
fuck
tables here?
closed. You're a pair hand, aren't you,
The
you fucking
player
bastard?
is already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand is very
You're
near
about to turn
completion.
into one, even though I don't want it.
The player on the right. Here we have a con. The new Dora is north.
G-Toy's not fast enough, I don't believe.
The players
G-Toy
are
has
already
never and will never
visualizing
be a
their
real
winning
hand.
hands. The perfect
Fuck.
tile.
Dalma for weight improvement?
The player, Tempai.
Or just Ricci it for Tanya.
Who will come out on top in this confrontation?
Real Chads would Dama this to 3-so. Alright. I believe you.
Took a pass for now. The air is very tense at this moment.
It's sneaky. I give up Tanya, but it might actually arrive.
The player on the right decides to match the player's discard.
Wait, that's very 10. Oh my god,
The player
fuck!
on the left is
No!
playing cautious.
The player on the right is assuming that it's an open weight.
Alright, you know what? It's fine. Things can't possibly get any worse, so it's okay.
Have things calmed down for the moment?
The player on the left won't be taking risks here.
I don't know how to play this game, man. Get me out of here.
Oh my!
What?! I've never been punished in my entire life.
A very impressive finish. The player could take the win, depending on the underside Dora.
I'm simply blown away.
Look at how cute Chitoy-chan is.
East 4.
All right, here we go.
Dora
Turn
is
up the music.
7 of dots. The
I'm
player
being
is
serious.
east.
Turn it up.
Heading into the final hand of the match.
Any player could take first. It may be the first player to make Tenpai.
Well, it's hard to know just how this will turn out.
Could be Toy Toy Dash. It's whatever wins fastest. I'm behind an East 4. And it's
The
my
player,
dealer turn.
first place is well within striking range.
Wait a minute. Okay. That's
The
like
player,
an
2
advancement, I
tiles to
guess.
Tempai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
Could be 1-mon pair.
The player on the left
Call the
drops
dragons.
a pair. Any calls on this tile? Oh, wow,
It's not
and there's a
Hanroko.
call.
You are
This
smoking
lifts
the
a
whole
heavy
dick.
burden.
What's wrong with you?
How are the players going to approach this hand? Oh, making a move here.
Should have kept 2-so. Cut 6-mon.
What to do with took a pass for now.
Just believe in things that are not and have never been real. Do I keep this? Never, right? That's why I turned the music up, Envy.
No one dares to make the first move. The player on the left already
There's no way
calls
you're
a
not close.
second meld. The air is very tense at this moment.
So many ways I could do something.
Have things calmed down for the moment?
No chance. But what if 4-so, though? Shut up.
The
I
player
don't
on the
believe in that
right,
either.
that's a pawn. The player on the left, here we have a con. The new Dora is 9 bam.
You're thinking awfully hard about that. That's... I feel danger.
That's one ugly Dora.
Emanating from that 4-pin. Suji!
Long.
Ah, jeez! The player suffers an unexpected loss.
With a fine play, no doubt about it.
It's fucking closed. Wow, the obvious thing happened. Jesus Christ. Finish the Baja. Just finish it. I turned the game way the fuck up on purpose. Hey, I have casino coins. You know what that means. This is like obligatory at this point. This is just... This is such garbage. I really deeply appreciate it for that. Ball physics of the ultimate wizard. Yeah, we'll cut those. Just fucking learn to read Manzu. It's not that difficult. Watch, I'm gonna cut the dragon and it's gonna fall right in. That doesn't actually... Nah. Yeah, just stay the course. Alright, there's 200 chips down the drain. Okay, I leveled up my casino level. That's wild. Almost every tile in the fucking game can improve my hand at this point. That's great. That's the opposite of something that I wanted, but okay, thank you for providing it. Let's just shoot for Pinzu. Fuck it. I guess in theory I keep the Dora? We'll just like shoot in this area? God, this is like the worst hand building ever recorded. It's time to let go. I mean, there are some advancements in the area, but of course. Alright, get rid of this bullshit, lowering my bet to 50. What if I just, like, shot for Manzu 100 times? It's like, yeah, this seems fine and reasonable. You know what? Fuck it. Just keep drilling through. Yeah. Alright. I should probably spend that on slots instead, huh? Alright, let's game in free room.
East 1. The Dora is the
Maybe I
nine
can
of
play
dots.
sensibly for
The
once in my
player
entire
is south.
fucking life.
How does this starting hand look to you?
This could turn into a very big hand.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
Do I know what call it?
Pick a
Probably
pass
not.
for now.
But I definitely throw that back and believe in whatever's happening currently.
Who's going to make the first call here? Another useless draw.
It's like, this is 4
table
blocks,
so
this is fine.
quiet, I could hear a pin drop. This hand is going
Completely
nowhere.
reasonable play. None of these would have connected anyway, it's fine.
Things are at a standstill.
Could be Itsu.
Any calls
It's
on this
honestly in a
tile?
pretty good place for it to be Itsu.
Still holding back.
Yeah.
The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
Are the chips mad loud?
What to do with still no calls?
Alright, check it. We can do this.
The air is tense as the player.
I
Is it
lean
time
away
for a
from the
call?
mic to eat chips.
Look at that.
It's not the worst draw. I kind of want a Dama for
The
Itsu.
player, Tempai.
Like a big shitter. It's a pretty,
Who's going
like,
to
thin
pull
draw,
away from the
obviously, but, you know.
Look at that Dora.
This is, like, complete nonsense, by the way.
How are the players going to approach? Oh my!
Sure.
There it is. I hear a roan.
Takes the lead in the race. The player.
Just
The player
worthless.
takes a modest. East 2. The Dora is the 1 of dots. The player is
Dude is
East.
looking over the table. What the
The
fuck?
player finished the last hand quick and dirty.
Taking a modest lead with that one.
This is not an easy spot.
Alright, it's
to
not allowed
work
to be a
around.
half flush yet, but, like, what if, huh?
The player, 1 step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
Oh, huh, that's pretty
The
unlikely.
player, gaining momentum.
The next
So that's
few
locked in
tiles
as my
could
pair.
Make a huge difference.
I guess I can take that?
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now.
Is it Chitoy? Ugh. You are disgusting. Should I turn off the announcers? I play without the announcers on my fucking phone because, like, sometimes I'll just be casting to the TV and getting kibitzed by the housemates.
Another useless draw.
This thing is a fucking anchor in my hand. But, like, what if?
Oh, wow, and there's a call.
Responsible dealer turn. I do technically have gold right now for some fucking reason.
No
Maybe I
one
should, like,
dares
try to
make
play
the
ranked.
First move. I see storm
It's
clouds
backfire.
on the
Throw it away. It
horizon.
doesn't exist. Humans can't know the future. Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. Get that shit out of here.
The air is very tense at this moment.
Sega MJ is my favorite
player
client
on
by
the
a
left.
long shot
Here we
because
have a
it
cheat.
plays fucking fast. And
The
because
player, 1 tile to Tempai.
it's like a Sega game, so they gave a shit about game feel. Down to 10 what now?
A very swift win off the
Anya
wall.
one.
With a fine play. No doubt about it.
Oh. Didn't see that 9 still. I can't read tiles sideways.
East 3. The Dora is the 3 of BAMs. The player is
Hey,
North.
Demon.
How does this starting hand look to you?
A quick tenpai is very much in the cards here.
Alright.
stage is
So
set.
just like 4
Anything
complete
can
blocks
happen.
right off the bat. All good. My Itsu senses are tingling. It's not fucking Itsu, you piece of shit stoner. Thank you, Demon.
First place is
Appreciate
well
it.
within striking range. The player is already one tile to Tenpai.
It's important to find the
Paraweight
best
West
possible
Wind?
weight.
Hey, wait a second. I cut a pair for this, right? Surely.
Things are at a standstill. Draws yet another simple.
Dude, the game plays so fucking fast. I think it's great that I look like a dumbass so regularly while playing this.
Took a pass for now.
Especially because I can ostensibly... I should have called that and taken Tenpai on one, so I think. I, like, very reflexively clicked that off.
The first call here? What to do with this tile?
Hey, you don't have to fucking tell me twice.
Tenpai!
That call brings the hand a step closer to
What do you
finishing.
mean, fucking, you just gave up infinity-sided weight? You gave up a weight with 10 outs
And there's the
to
leech.
fucking hell weight on a
Number of
terminal.
responses here.
It's fine.
Oh, making a move here.
That kills the Ipatsu.
Sneaky, sneaky tile swap. My name's Akagi.
Have
And
things
this is
calmed
Jackass.
down for the moment? The player. Can this hand withstand the heat?
Where's my one so?
Look
It's
at that
Suji.
Dora.
Oh.
The player on the right just pushed that tile through.
All right. I'm not folding. Oh yeah, let me
The
fucking help
player
people out
across
here.
Follows suit here.
Forgot all about that shit.
The player can't quite get the job done on this hand. Still holding back.
One so's somewhere around here.
Is this hand still no calls?
This can't complete
They're all on the
an
dead
open
wall.
weight on the left.
This is... Look at this pile. Really, really look at this pile for a second.
Is this hand going to end in a
Another
draw?
tricky swap. No one will ever know that I am Tenpai.
Ah, jeez. The player
Wait a
on
minute.
the left.
4-7.
Very swift win off the
You
wall.
got...
Fine play. No doubt about
You got
it.
3 of them. No fucking wonder. Jesus.
East 4. The Dora is the 3
Oh,
of
well.
BAMs. The player is West. Heading into the final hand of the match.
Any player could take first. It may be the first player to make Tenpai.
Well, it's
Yeah,
hard to
somehow
know
my
just
1,000
how
point
this will turn out.
fucking Pinfunomi is not feeling like the greatest decision I've ever made in my life. East 4 down by 1,500.
The player. First place
Alright, down
is
by
well
1,000,
within
excuse me.
striking range.
This could be something. I had to go deep into the gacha pool to actually fucking hit this piece of shit.
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
Seven, 8. Nah, backfire risk. Just give it up. Give it up. Forget about it.
Things are at a standstill. Any calls on this tile?
Do I just call for Tanya Nomi? Tanya Dora 1? Well, the opportunity's gone now. That seems like the
Another
sort of thing that I
useless
should, like,
draw.
decide very early when staring at, like, a hand with no terminals or honors, but... Brain don't work too good.
The air is tense as the players take their turns. The player, 2 tiles to Tenpai.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
3, 4, 5 Sanshoku? Yeah. There's something there.
What to do with this tile?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, and there's a call.
I'm not, like, deeply in love with it, but, like...
The player is already 1 tile to Tenpai.
Certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others will gradually transform it.
Uh-oh, East has declared Nietzsche.
I'm curious to see
We
if
get to
this
hear this
develops
too?
into a
All right.
confrontation.
Will it be possible to catch up here?
The player across the table has discarded that.
The
Don't.
There it
Okay.
is. That's a
2,
roll
5.
from across the table.
That was a speedy finish.
That guy died fucking fast. Yeah, I thought about keeping 2-3 pin for the Sanshoku, but the risk of drawing 1 and ending up in that situation while open was like... ah! Wow. Come from behind nuclear weapon, I guess. Pretty neat. Huh. Could I get, like, discount rank tickets? Playing ranked in this state seems like it's probably not the tactically best decision I could be making, but, like, what if I did it anyway? These have an expiry time too, right? Do I have to grab these out of my mail? Nope. Alright, they've arrived. I can't play South games right now, right? It's not fucking late enough? Yeah, that's only available at, like, peak JST. Alright. Should I play Advanced Ranked for the even faster time controls? That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, it's also only available at peak hours, or... Huh, no, it opens up a little bit later. Or a little earlier. That's interesting. Yeah, Sega MJ is my favorite client when it comes to, like, the moment-to-moment play experience, but, like, the structure of Ranked makes no fucking sense at all. Alright.
East 1. The Dora is Red Dragon. The player is South.
Hey, wait a second. What are you doing here?
I'd love to see some tile drawing.
Collusion!
Let's
Big
see how
cheater!
this battle unfolds.
I'm not letting you steal my points. Hold on.
Who's going to make the first call here? The player, 1 step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
Let's do it. Discards are
table is
public
so
information,
quiet, I
that's
could hear a
fine.
pin drop.
I'm so glad I'm proficient
Things
at using
are at
one
a
computer
standstill.
program.
Any call? Took a pass for now.
I don't want collusion in either direction. I don't want anybody dealing into me on purpose either. So we're just doing this now, I
There is
guess.
tense as to what to do with this still holding back.
Man, commentary for this is gonna get weird though. Don't call me. Okay, we're good.
Who will come out on top? My, oh my, and there's...
All right.
Oh, wow, and there's a call.
Whoa.
That
That's
kills the
cavalier.
Ikatsu.
8, 2... Not a lot of information here. Give me a
Whatever
lifeline.
happens, it'll be
No?
something
Okay,
to
well, this
talk
is
about.
fine.
The players
Probably.
Easy money!
Thank you, Rug. Thank you, Twill. Yeah, fucking. What did you have to push against that?
The player across
That
the
seemed
table
really
had a very
cavalier.
favorable start.
The player across takes a mark. East 2. The Dora is the
All right.
2 of dots. The player is east. The player
So the
across
Dora
the
sounds
table
just
is
doxed
in
me,
first.
but
The
hey.
point leader is not terribly far away.
This is not an easy spot to work around.
This even ranked the bingo card as grid. Oh, I have a fucking Sanma bingo card on, don't I? Yeah, look at it. It's totally Sanma.
The player, one step in the right direction.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
I should put on a fucking.
Any calls
Four-player
on
bingo.
this time? Took a pass for now.
You know what you need to do. Do you know what I need to do? You can't see my
The player,
hand.
first place.
You
is
can't
well
possibly
within
have any dumb
striking
shit
range.
recommendations right now, right?
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin
You have
drop.
a Sanma card equipped, okay.
The player is already one tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
The perfect tile.
リーチしちゃおうかな。
Hanuman Tempai.
You totally didn't
Went
see
for
it,
the
don't worry.
niche, despite an unfavorable weight.
The player across decides to match the player's discard. The player on the right is on the defense against the player's niche.
Yeah, can't say it's my favorite weight ever, but
How are the players going
this
to
is like
approach
about
this
75% of bid, by the way.
This is a niche shootout.
There's only one winner in a niche. 3-player
All right.
niche.
Taking
Well.
a gamble here.
No
There's
risk
only
now.
One winner in a niche shootout.
It's not a good situation for me. It was just first.
The player suffers an unexpected loss.
All right,
With a fine play, no doubt.
let's get that shit out of here.
East
All right, so we
3.
both dealt
The
in.
Dora
Kurzov
is
and
the
I are
3 of
fucking
cracks.
holding
The
hands
player
in
is north.
the pit of big shitters.
The player on the left is in first.
At the moment, this is anyone's game.
The stage is set. Anything can happen.
I really like the Ricci themes I've got set up for East games. The dynamic music is like
The
selling
player,
people background
already 2
music
tiles to
is a pretty
Tempai.
rough
This
bet
hand is really
because
beginning
like you
to
can
come
just
together.
listen to that music elsewhere, but like the integration that's actually present in the game feels pretty meaningful to me. I'm a fan. There's like 4 different
The player,
Sonic Runners
first place
songs in this
is
game.
well
It
within
kind of goes hard.
striking range.
Maybe I'll play one Sanma game to hear my South 1 through 3s. Are you really what you are though? Are you genuinely the thing that you appear to be?
Things are at a standstill.
So sad that Stream Effects doesn't work on new
Any
OBS.
calls on this time?
Probably the
Pass for
fucking
now.
Patreon builds are supported on new OBS, but as soon as that shit happened and I realized that I was gonna need a subscription to use my stream layout, it became not
What's
worth
it
it
do
for me to
still
use it
holding
anymore.
back?
Pain.
The players are already visualizing their winning hands.
So I don't really know where this can
Making a
go.
move here.
Neither do you guys, for that matter. There's no hope for you either.
The player is already one tile to Tempai.
It's important to find the best possible weight.
Oh, are there still third-party builds floating around? In general, I find the idea that like
Who
features of
will
my
come
layout are
out
going to
on
be
top in
dependent
this
on like a maintainer who
confrontation?
might just disappear. Kind of bugs me. As soon as Stream Effects went paid, like, respect to Zaymar and all that for fucking making a
No
quality
one dares
tool,
to make the first
but
move.
I'm just using blur filters and fucking color correction now. I had to say goodbye to that shit.
The air is the player. Is it time? Still no calls.
I guess I have to, right?
Tenpai! The player on the left decides to match the player's discard.
Yeah, it would be cool if you could fucking push your music on other people, but also, like, getting to hear exclusively my own music and hearing, like, up to 16 different tracks per game that I picked out all myself kind of rocks.
The player on the left suffers an unexpected
Cheat toy on
loss.
9, so...
Fine play, no doubt about
East 4. The Dora is the 6 of dots. The player is West.
Alright.
Heading into
This
the
is a pretty
final
rough
hand of the
scenario.
match.
The player, for Tsumo, a Mangan will take first. For Dong, a Haneman will take first.
Well, it's hard to know just how this will turn out.
One of my pipe dreams really is to just, like, make this client but free. I genuinely
What's
wonder
going
if it
to
would be
happen to
easier to
this
just, like,
score
hook this
gap?
up to a private server and then pray I don't get fucking sued.
The player. Is there any way to turn the tables here? Draws yet another simple. The player. One step in. Oh, wow. And there's
Alright.
a call.
You're looking to fucking finish this up real quick. Can't say I blame you.
はい行くよ
The player
Khan.
on the right. Here
Okay.
we have a call.
はい行くよ
Player
Okay.
on the right. Dora Khan.
What are we?
The new
What's
Dora
going on over
is
there, Kurzov?
banned.
Anything you need to tell me?
Any
That's
calls on this tile?
that's a maneuver
Pass for now.
that you've performed over there. Shit. What actually? This hand is horse shit. Hold on, I forgot one.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about.
I've got to play while I add this.
チー行くよ
The player on the right makes a call on another dot.
There we go. Now it's perfect.
How are the players? What to do with
Okay,
this
that's
tile?
Tenpai for the
Still
flush
holding
hand,
back.
right? No way. No way you cut that Dora in your suit unless you're, like, ready to go.
No one dares to make the first move.
There is simply no earthly way that's not what it is.
The air
Doesn't
is
have to be,
very
though.
tense at this moment.
Definitely with 4 Dora, you have your choice of ways to fucking clean this up, right?
Have things
Yeah,
calmed
late
down
7
for the
so
moment?
cut.
The player.
7
Is it
and
time
8.
for a
Fun
call?
backfire.
Still no calls. The player. 2 tiles to Tenpai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
Oh, there's no hope for me, dude. I am drawing terribly.
Is this hand going to end quietly? The player on the right pairs up on the door. Ah, geez.
Wow.
The player
That's
across.
brutal.
A very swift win off the wall.
With a fine play, no doubt
Alright,
about it.
I gotta take the scroll filter off that before I forget and give myself fucking meningitis looking at my fucking empty layout. Alright. So first ranked game. Not the best possible outcome. Definitely. A little bit sore. Things could probably have gone better. Oh yeah, I need a fucking different card. Good catch. Item. Actually, you know what? I'll play 1 ranked Sanma because, like, self-hatred is in my blood.
East
1. The Dora is south. The player is east. How does this starting hand look to you?
This starting hand is certainly very competitive.
Alright,
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
it's a hand. Let's keep that
Look
south
at
and that
that
green for
Dora.
bingo. See?
The player
Fucking
already 2
immediately
tiles to
rewarded.
Tenpai.
The dots are really coming together.
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass.
Can't
for
call
now.
those though. 5-5. 5-7-9 is not a terrible shape to keep around.
Who's going to make the
The
first
pair
call
hand
here?
beckons.
The player is already 1 tile to
Ipeko
10.
beckons.
This hand is very near completion.
What to do with this still holding back? Look at that!
Yeah, man, you know what?
しちゃおうかな
I don't know if, like, bullshit weights get much better than that.
The player across the table is assuming that
It's a
an
pair weight
overweight.
on the Dora and a 1-mon. I feel strongly about
The
it.
player on the right follows
The
suit.
1 of 1-mon. Who wouldn't throw it
The
if they
player
drew
on
it?
the right decides
That's
to
what I wanna
match
know.
the player's discard.
Who has the strength?
The player. Can this hand withstand
This can
the
is
heat?
empty.
The player across is
I definitely
playing
needed it to
cautious.
make a way louder
Player on
noise
the
when I
right
put it
won't be
down.
taking risks here.
Possibly like a can falling into a giant pile of 500
The
other
player on
cans.
the right is on the defense against the player's niche. The player can't quite get the job done on this hand. Oh, wow, and there's a call.
I love fucking line 1 Ricci that doesn't go anywhere. There we go. I love line 1 Ricci that goes somewhere a little bit
Takes
more
the
though.
lead in the race.
The player takes a modest lead.
Hey, nice of you.
リーチドラさん漫画
That's the real reason to play ranked. I want to
East
hear
one
the
counter.
Yakuhime
The
cheering me
Dora
on.
is west.
I'm
The
easily
player is
manipulated,
east.
I'll admit this
The
openly.
player is coming off a spectacular hand.
Taking a modest lead with that one.
This is not an easy spot to work
That's
around.
not anything, but it could
The
become
player,
something.
one step in
Or
the
it could
right
become
direction.
nothing.
This hand is really beginning
It's
to come
extremely
together.
likely to become nothing.
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop. The player.
You know what?
That's progress.
Sure.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
The
Second
player
Ed
on
actually
the
does
right
give you
drops a
Kyushu
pair.
High, but it's at 9.
Another useless draw.
I also don't know if it gives it to you in Sanma, but I've definitely seen
I see
people
storm
take it.
clouds on the horizon.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck
The
it.
player, two
I
tiles to Tenpai.
I'll
Any
throw
calls on
Sozu
this
against
tile?
those.
Oh, wow, and there's a call.
I'll
This
throw
lifts a
Pinzu
heavy
against
burden.
those. What am I fucking talking about?
My, oh my, and there's the niche.
Probably wants to avoid taking risks while in the lead.
Question is, can the player survive this situation?
Decided that dots aren't worth chasing. The player on
Perhaps
the
the
right has
Sanma hand
discarded that
ever?
tile.
What to do with this tile?
What would I even toss for this? Genuinely. Okay, well this is a much
Excellent.
worse situation.
Evasive action.
I should have taken that call regardless and thrown that then, but...
Is the there it
Yeah, because
is.
the hand's not even
player
like that
across
valuable. I didn't
takes
want to
a
push it
beating.
crazy hard.
With a fine play, no doubt about it.
Alright.
リーチ、メンホン、ハク、ドラ、バネマン。
Normal Hanemon for normal people.
East 2. The Dora is the 8 of Bams. The player is West. How does this starting hand look to you?
The question is,
Where's the green dragon hiding?
The stage is set. Anything can happen.
Alright, west. North.
Things are at a standstill.
Sanma rots your brain, dude.
The player, 2 tiles to Tenpai.
This hand is
It's
really
bad out
beginning to
here.
come together.
It's... Either way, this is 4 blocks, but neither flush is good.
Oh, wow, and there's a call.
This is a 6-block hand, though. So I think it makes some sense to cut the 1-3
Draws
pin.
yet another
Hoping for
symbol.
fucking...
The player across discards another
Very
band.
interesting.
Decided that dots aren't worth chasing.
Am I broadcasting my intent clearly
The
enough here?
player across continues
Am I
to
broadcasting
discard
it clearly enough?
The player across makes a call on another dot.
And then it mutates
The
into a
player
pair
across
hand, right?
adds a pawn.
Normal stuff happening up there. Nothing to be worried about, I'm sure.
The player, 1 tile to Tenpai.
It's important to find the best pawn.
Any calls on this tile?
なんだよ
Hanemon Tenpai! Uh-oh, East has declared Nietzsche.
Probably wants to avoid taking risks while in the lead.
I never
Question
fold
is,
here, I think.
can the players survive this
I don't think I
situation?
ever fold this hand no matter what's going on around me.
There it is.
Oh shit!
ロン
There it is. That's Roan from 2 players.
What an
Is he
incredible
dead?
finish.
I'm simply blown away.
She arrived. No hits.
リーチドラ
Not quite dead. But, like, the situation is not great for that guy.
The Dora is the 6 of dots. The player is south. The player is coming
Oh,
off
wow.
a
1, 2,
spectacular
3,
hand.
4, 5, 6,
hand
7,
was a
8,
game
9. Fuck!
Now, let's watch how things develop.
I didn't mean to discard it.
Look at that Dora.
Fine, you know what? My finger slipped, it's fine.
Draws yet another dot.
And see, now I've been
Draws
cursed
yet
to never
another
advance the
symbol.
hand.
The player, 1 step in the right direction.
There's
The
no
next
hope
two
for me,
tiles
and I'll
could
die
make a
in
huge
darkness.
difference.
Doubled up on a tile that was just discarded.
リーチ
My, oh
Really?
my, and there's
Okay, I don't
the
think I ever
beach.
don't
Probably
fold
wants to
against
avoid
that.
taking risks while in the lead.
Question is,
West is safe
can the
against
players
both.
survive
Green
this
safe against
situation?
both.
The player on the right has
East
discarded
against
that
1.
tile.
Excellent evasive action.
1 pin might be better to get rid of quicker here.
This East.
Ah,
Okay.
Geez. The player on the right, a very swift win off the wall.
With a fine play. No doubt about
No
it.
hits.
リーズモドラ
It's just a hand. It's a hand that you fucking play.
South 1. The Dora is the 4 of dots. The player is east. The player is in the lead, at least for the moment.
The players in second place and below still have their sights set on first.
Is this a battle that can be won? The player on a roll.
The dots are really coming together.
Bread.
Look at that Dora. The player gaining momentum.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
I kind of feel like I just need to finish this game with murder. I genuinely don't
The
even
air
know
is tense as
if
the
ranked has
players
bust out
take
rules
their
or not.
turns. The
I play
player
ranked
is
so
already
rarely.
1 tile to Tenpai.
This hand looks nothing like it did at the
If it's the
start.
same rules as event cards, and like event cards do update your ranking, then it does.
Any calls on this tile?
Before I think about it.
Tenpai.
リーチ
Hello, that's mine.
Player on the right takes a beat.
Thank you for your
Excellent
patronage.
evasive maneuver.
逆配
I'm
ドラドラ
simply blown
That Ricci
away.
was so quick. That guy didn't even think about it. I would have done the
South
same
1,
thing.
1
100
counter. The
emoji.
Dora is the 3 of dots. The player is east. The player finished the last hand quick and dirty.
The player remains in the lead.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. The player, 1 step in the right direction.
It's that
The
Space
next
Harrier
few
music. This
tiles
is Space
could make
Harrier,
a huge
right?
difference.
Look at that Dora. The player is already 1 tile. Any calls on this tile? Oh, wow, and there's a call.
Why'd I
This
call
was
it?
a
Doesn't
heavy
matter.
The player across refuses to compromise.
135? Do I like that more than not really? There is ostensibly hope of a stretched single somewhere in the
player
Sozu.
across. Here we
Thanks.
have a con. Underside Dora.
You have politely loaded the gun for me. Sure.
The player across. That's a pwn. Doubled up on the Dora.
Interesting. I don't think I need to be
Doubled up
doing
on
this.
A tile that was just discarded. Who will seize the win this hand?
I was looking at stretched singles, which is why I was ooh, that sucks. That sucks, but we do it anyway.
This hand may have a poor weight, but it's still expensive.
My, oh my, and oh my.
Aw.
There it is. I hear a roan.
A very impressive
This game is
finish.
fucking
That was
ass.
an overwhelming victory.
The player is not letting up.
She arrived again.
The player captures a huge victory.
You just get rewarded for playing like a fucking bonobo. Bonobo?
ほんのちょっとだけお別れだね。
Define
Bonobo.
bonobo. Oh yeah, I maxed both of these two, so like, what happens? Do their fucking points get converted somewhere else, or do I just lose those? Keep playing Sanma, you gotta finish bingo. Well, I'm on a winning streak, of course I have to. Hold on. Can I hear that one more time?
Bonobo. Chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee? Really? Is the emphasis on the correct syllable there?
Orangutan. Chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee. Okay, I need some ground truth in the world.
Gorilla.
Wait! Who are you?
Gorilla.
Okay, fine. Where are my socks?
East
Bonobo.
1. The Dora is the 9 of Bams. The player is West. How does this starting hand look to you?
The question is, where is East hiding?
Let's see
Okay.
how this battle unfolds.
We can make the lawnmower noises with our
Doubled up
mouths
on a tile
immediately.
That was
Ooh, that
just
sucks.
discarded.
Maybe it is better to hold back without any red dragons visible.
Sorry. Why are my Mahjong streams so consistently such
Doubled
fucking
up on a
trash?
tile that was
Why
just
did
discarded.
this happen to me?
Look at that.
Fine.
リーチしちゃおうかな。
Defend against this!
かんだよ。
The player on the left. Here we have a con. The new Dora is West.
That kills the Ipatsu.
Chasing Beach.
そして4です。
That's what I thought.
I hear a roan.
Takes the lead in the race. The player.
The player takes a modest lead.
No hits. But
リーチ。役杯。
they arrive.
East 2.
I actually
The Dora is the
maxed
one of
Ricci and
dots.
Dora,
The
which should
player
tell you
is
something
south.
about the way I play,
The
probably.
player went for a
And I'm
quick
genuinely
finish last
wondering
hand.
if the credit they
Taking a
get
modest
for,
lead
like,
with that one.
This is
you know,
not
actually
an
getting their
easy
fucking
spot to
Yaku,
work
if that's
around.
going anywhere or whether it's just lost to the void.
Look at that Dora. The player already 2 tiles to Tempai.
This
So,
hand
like,
is really
it's
beginning
not
to come
Shanta,
together.
right? Not with this. But, like...
Look at that Dora.
Fascinating. This is
Doubled up on
really
a tile
interesting.
that was just discarded. The player.
You know what?
is
Sure,
already
that's fine,
1
too.
tile to Tempai.
It's important to
That's
find
not
the best
real,
possible way.
but it's, like, fine.
Who's going to make
Yum,
the first
yum.
call here?
It's... So it's 4 pairs, which means that everybody who's read Riichi Book 1 can tell me that
Any
it's
calls
Chitoi
on
waiting
Visit
to
the Past
happen.
For now.
Okay, well now it has to be. Alright, where am I missing out?
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
Chitoi Dorowait?
What to do with this tile? Still
I
holding
could just
back.
call and ruin everything. Are any of my unpaired tiles even visible?
Things
This
are
probably
at a
looks really
standstill.
suspicious. Yeah, this like entire block of discards is just like,
The player. Is it time for still no calls?
believe it or not, this is insta-fault. It's definitely this is like,
The air is
it's something.
tense as the players
That
take
Pinzu
their
cut
turns.
is like slightly suspicious looking. Well, I'm not getting anywhere anymore, so is there anything safe against both? Yeah, just give it up.
Ah, jeez.
Okay, man.
On the left, a very
That's
swift win
not
off
even
the
a little
wall.
bit real,
This will
but
be a
okay.
repeat of East.
You and your fucking actual real person avatar.
East 2, 1 counter. The Dora is the 6 of Bam. The player is South. How does this start?
If I knew what the button in the UI was to turn off calls, I would use it a
Where's
lot.
the red dragon
It is this
hiding?
one.
The stage is set. Anything can happen.
But you can pass calls with right click, so I don't feel the need to
player
use it
on the
super
left
often.
Makes a call out of nowhere.
This
Probably
hand is
it's
now a
there either for
guaranteed
like
2
super
high.
gambling brain
Calls on
people
Vista
or
Pass
for like
for
people
now.
who really want to avoid a call delay. But I'm not
Maybe
smart
it
and
is
don't
better to
care
hold
about
back
either of those
without any
things.
south tiles visible.
So I just right click
Making
all
a
my calls
move
away.
here. The player, what to do with this tile?
ポンだよ
The player refuses to compromise.
This lifts a heavy burden.
The player.
Okay, you
this
cut the
is
way-
a
okay.
Fierce exchange of fire.
Decided that BAMs aren't worth
I
chasing.
probably don't even like.
The
Yeah, that's
player,
fine.
Tempai.
It's for me who can't help but think
Still
about it
holding
even when
back.
I know my hand. I guess so. Should I have taken that and gone to a pair weight instead? It's still 3 outs. That's thank you. Or 4 outs. What the fuck am I
That
talking
hand
about?
was quicker than lightning. The player.
薬杯
Sip.
It's worthless. Go next.
East 3. The
All right, Dora Hi-Fi.
is the 2 of dots. The player is East. The player went for a quick
What
finish
are
last hand.
you?
Moving into first place, at least for the moment.
Now, let's watch how things develop.
Just genuinely not a good player.
Who's going to make the first call here?
Why is that emote called Tuhu Stare? Tao How Stare? But it's a fucking Sonic? What happened there?
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
I'm so confused by this. I'm just mousing over this in awe.
Another useless draw. Ah, gee! The player on the left. A very swift win off the wall.
That was a speedy finish.
ドラ
The anime
South
girl
one.
across the table
Dora
would
is
just
the
like to
9 of
participate.
dots. The player is west. How does this starting hand look to you?
The question is, where is North hiding?
Is this
Where
a
is it
battle that
hiding?
can be won?
Where could it be?
Another useless draw. Look at that Dora.
Surely not, right?
The player draws another Dora just like that. The player is already one tile to Tenpai.
This
リーチしちゃおうかな。
Hanemon Tenpai. The player on the left decides to match the player's discard.
It's Sanma! Anything can happen. You don't have to play well.
that hand was quicker than lightning. The player
Oh shit.
I'm simply blown away.
One hit.
リーチ薬杯ドラヨン羽は
She just wants to play the
South
video
2.
game.
The Dora
That's
is
all.
White Dragon. The player is South. The player is coming off a spectacular hand.
the player's right back in first
Alright.
place.
4
Let's see how this
blocks.
battle unfolds.
Huh. That's kind of cute.
The player, 2 tiles to
How long do I get
Tenpai.
to keep this
This
for?
hand is really beginning to come together.
What do I cut if I draw it? 7 pin?
Probably looking to block that white dragon.
I should
for
probably
quite a
get rid of
while.
that now. For like efficiency reasons or something. 3, 3, 4, 4?
The player
Yeah, man,
is
whatever.
already 1 tile
It's
to
another pair
Tenpai.
hand, by the way,
It's
so
important
maybe
to
the
find
actual
best
cut.
possible weight.
5 pin is like fine. The theoretical Ippei belief.
The player
Ending on like a
the
pair weight.
calls on this took a pass for now.
How do I balance those actually?
How are the players going to approach
Probably there's some
this hand?
sophisticated way for me to decide like which outcome of the
player on
hand
the
is
left
worth more and
continues to
like
discard simples.
what I should be willing to accept on that basis, where it becomes not about like the number of tiles accepted, but about the
The player,
expected
what to
value
do
of the
with
hand
this
when it
tile?
advances.
Still holding back.
ロンやった
There it is.
Okay.
The player across suffers an unexpected loss.
This will be a repeat of each.
South 2, 1 counter. The Dora is the 2 of Bams. The player is South. How does this starting hand look to you?
Alright.
This could turn into a very big hand.
This is not an easy spot to work around.
So like it's 3 blocks. It's 4 blocks. No, I don't know about that.
The player
I think
on
giving
the
up
left
Ryanman for
makes
that
a
is
call
a little bit out of pocket, maybe.
nowhere. The player across misses a turn.
We might be done.
Maybe it is better to hold back without any south.
It's
tiles
very
visible.
possible that I'm just done playing this hand now.
The player on the left discards another Bam.
Dude, until
The
I
player,
see it, I don't
2
even
tiles
believe a
to
little bit.
Tenpai.
The next few tiles
But,
could
like-
make a huge difference.
Any calls on this tile?
ポンだよ
Making a move here.
ポンだよ
The player makes a call on another dot. No one dares to make the first move. Wow, look at that 3 dot.
It's time to be a gigantic fucking cheater.
Hanemon Tenpai.
This hand may have a poor weight, but it's still explosive.
No version of this has a good weight. You created a disaster.
ロンやった
Yeesh.
That's
Don't
a
don't do
roll
it,
from the left.
Shosangen.
This
Yeah.
will be a repeat of East.
小三元発準ドラバンダ
It's not Daisangen, so it's fine. It was moral and
South
correct to
2,
push.
2 counters. The Dora is the one of dots. The player is south. How does this starting hand look to you?
This starting hand is certainly very competitive.
The stage is set.
It's just
Anything can
Mangan. Who
happen.
gives a fuck?
The player
Alright.
across makes a call out of nowhere. The player is already
Oh, it's a
one
pair hand
tile
again.
to Tenpai.
Dude!
Certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others
Why
will
does this happen to me?
transform it.
The player
Hey, wait a minute, what's going on up there?
already calls a second meld. Look at that.
リーチしちゃおうかな
Hanemon Tenpai. The player across. That's a pwn.
That kills the Ippatsu.
Oh, this sucks. This is...
What's going to happen to this score gap?
the unrunnable tile.
The player on the left is playing cautious. The player! Can this hand withstand the heat?
But the video game said
Player
Hanemon
across
Tenpai,
is
so
on
it's
the
fine, right?
defense against the player's leech.
I guess I'm just a gambling streamer. I guess it's just time for me to set up shop on
Is assuming
Kick
that it's
and,
an open
like,
weight.
The
move in
player
back with my
can't
parents so I
quite
can
get
kick
the
a hole
job
through their
done
door.
on this hand.
リーチですよ
Chasing Deech.
This is
And
a
then,
neat
like,
shootout.
There's
after
only
kicking a
one
hole
winner
through
in
the
a
door,
Deech shootout. Is this hand
open the
going to
door
end in a draw?
and walk through it and then close it behind me.
my.
Thank you!
There it is. The player on the left takes a beating.
That took care of that East Beach. The player could
Wild.
take the win, depending
I'm
on
debt
the
free!
チートイドラドラ
I'm debt free!
Place is getting ugly. South 3. The Dora is
Alright.
White Dragon.
I need any
The player
win
is East.
for first.
Heading into the final hand of the match.
Ooh, what the hell are you?
1,500 points or more will take first.
Well, it's hard to know just how this will turn out.
Yeah,
The
sure.
player is already one tile to Tenpai.
This hand is
That
very near
clip of
completion.
the fucking, like, internet blackjack dealer who's getting
The player
fired.
across continues to discard
why I got 2
symbols.
jobs.
This hand is going nowhere.
Summoning Nagashi Mangan from the depths of the ether. 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. I don't know, man. As long as I keep a pair, I'm okay, right?
Things are at a standstill.
Maybe I should have stayed the course for Nagashi, and it might have been slightly funny.
The player, Tenpai.
Does this have a guaranteed Yaku? Sure fucking doesn't.
The air is tense as the players take their turns.
It's all a mess.
Draws yet another
What did I do? I
symbol.
should have just reached on the fucking Kansha. It's... The weight is moving on its own!
Who's going to make
リーチですよ
my oh my? And there's the leech.
Surely
There
not.
are any number of responses here.
The player's going for it.
That tile made it through.
Ah, gee.
Okay.
The player on the left.
That's
a
fine.
Very swift win off the wall.
バンダ
I probably should have just reached the instant I had Tenpai and trusted Toyman to deal the fuck in. That was a pretty interesting outcome, though. What's in the box? Dope. Look at how many fucking rainbow effects are on that, by the way. It's one guy at Sega doing this, I swear to God. It's just one. Alright, so the ranked experience... I'll finish the card. I'm a bad influence, I'm corrupting the children, but I'm finishing the card. I need more rainbows, you don't understand.
East 1. The Dora is the one of
Checking
cracks.
on some
The
depth
player
stuff.
is south.
The player. Last match was a flurry of strong plays. This match will be all about catching a wave.
Let's see how
What
this
the
battle
fuck is he
unfolds.
talking about? This match will be all about catching a... What the fuck? What's he doing?
The player, one step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
He's on to it. Go for value this match. Trust. Alright. Understood.
The player, gaining momentum.
The
What's our
next
path
few
to value?
tiles could make a huge difference.
Okay, maybe next hand.
Draws yet another simple. Who's
Maybe
going
next
to
hand.
make the first call here? Another useless draw. Who's going to pull away from the pack?
I don't know why I'm cleaning my glasses. I don't need to fucking see what's going on right now. Do I isolate this pair in order to fucking...
The player
Sure.
is already one tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
Keep your hands closed, call it an occult reading. Alright, understood.
There it is. Nietzsche.
It's 1-4, but it's a pair
The
weight,
player
so it's
on
like
the
way
right
shittier.
Decides to match the player's
Dang, my
discard.
face looks kind of weird to me now without glasses.
The player
That's kind
on
of
the
fucked
right
up.
is on the defense against the player's Nietzsche.
The player on the left won't be taking risks here.
The
Yeah, that's
player.
better.
Can this hand withstand the heat?
By the way, anybody here have the fucking King Kong 3, the controller?
Is this... Ah,
Fran and I were looking at that
the
shit
player
when
on the left,
inevitably
a
the
very
Elite
swift
2, like,
win off the wall.
disintegrates
Player
into
on the
dust.
left, a very favorable.
S1 ranked
East one.
Sanma
One
player,
counter.
huh?
The Dora is
didn't
the
catch that at the
6
start of the match.
The player is south. How does this starting
S1
hand
rated
look to you?
Elite
8 orphans
Gaming
here.
Warlord.
Can we make it to 13?
Shut up!
This is
Get
not
out of my
an
head!
easy spot to work around.
The hand stays closed. It's got 4 pairs. It's... Wait a second.
The player already 2 tiles to Tempai.
This is like actually
the
Chanta,
committee
though.
calls on this tile.
Keep your hands
Take a
closed.
pass for now.
Okay. I believe you.
What to do with this still
Keep
holding
your
back?
hands closed. I believe you. I believe you.
What's going to
I
happen to
am
this
catching the
score gap?
wave. The wave is hitting me with the force of several thousand tons of water, and my
The
chest
player.
cavity
Is there
is
any way to
like
turn the tables here? Another useless draw.
someone hit a milk carton with a baseball bat.
The player is already 1 tile to Tempai. My, oh my, and there's the beach.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
You are
Will it be possible to catch
terrible.
up here? The players go. Ah, gee.
All right,
The
so
player
Kabe is not
suffers
real.
an unexpected
That's the
loss.
lesson we're
That
learning
was
from
a speedy
today.
finish.
East 2. The Dora is White Dragon. The player is East.
All right,
The player on the left is in first.
dude, why am I
What's
doing this
needed
shit
is
in
a
ranked?
lone off-the-point leader.
The stage is set. Anything can
Things
happen.
could not get any worse for me right now. I'm just not gonna make it. root chakra in shambles.
What's going to happen to this score gap?
I got no fertility. I have a messy room.
The player.
It's all
one
bad.
step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
Shanta again. Truly. Truly and actually. But what if, right?
The player. That's progress.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
I probably could have finished last hand if I'd called it, but like, it would 100% have been like a 1,000-point hand.
The player. 2 tiles to tempo.
Did you forget to arrange your room according to the principles of feng shui? This stupid fucking futon is in the way. Don't get a futon.
The player is already
This is my
1
public
tile
service
to
announcement.
tempo.
Futons are
This hand looks
strictly
nothing
worse
like
than
it did at the
everything.
start.
The player on the right discards another BAM.
Literally, like, 2 or 3 uncommonly fluffy blankets and a beanbag chair is a more suitable seating arrangement than a
pass for now.
futon. They are fucking trash. They're a mess. Chanta again, Twill says, as I transform the hand into
The
Tanya.
player. Is there any way to turn the tables here? There it is. Neech. Draws yet another simple. Chasing Deech.
This is a neat shootout.
There's only one winner in a
Long.
The player suffers an unexpected loss.
With a fine play, no doubt about it.
5-8 with the Ura
リ
hit.
ーチ一発ピンフドラバンガ
Owie. It's bad. Things are not good here.
East 3. The Dora is Red Dragon. The
Aren't you
player
glad
is
you got
West.
a bed frame? I am.
How does this
Fucking
starting hand look to you?
futon and
here.
futon frame
Make it 13.
beats
Now,
like
let's watch
mattress
how
on a
things develop.
concrete floor that becomes soaked through with sewage and rainwater. 100% that's an improvement.
Any calls on
But
this
like,
tile? Took a pass
nah,
for now.
I don't think so.
What to
But
do
maybe?
with this tile? Oh wow! And there's a call.
It's 3 blocks, but there's no hope for me.
What's going to happen to this score gap? Doubled up on a tile that
Yeah.
was just discarded.
Yeah. There's
Another
a guy in my building who
useless
sleeps on
draw.
this inch-thick bamboo mats. They can't be any better than a futon. Honestly, I have genuinely, like, my futon frame recently fucking
The
snapped.
player. Is there any way
It's
to
like you
turn
can
the
hear
tables
fucking
here?
broken
This hand
metal
is
bars
going
grinding
nowhere.
around when I shift my weight, and I'm like very convinced that it's gonna drop me
The
at some
player,
point.
One step in the
I
right
have
direction.
genuinely considered
Betting on
just
an
putting that
influx of
mattress on the
dots
floor.
here.
The feng shui of this room is really bad, by the way.
My oh my, and there's the niche.
There are any number of
Inauspicious,
responses
perhaps.
here.
Question is, can the player survive this situation? Look at that Dora.
The player on the left,
The player, is it time?
そうだよ
The player made a call there.
that kills the Ipatsu.
This is probably not the wisest
The
approach to
player,
this hand,
one tile to tempo.
in like
This
terms of
hand
the
looks
broad
nothing
strokes.
like it did at the start.
The player, tempai. Ah, geez.
Wow, look at all
The
those
player
fucking
on the
scary
left,
tiles
a
over
very
there.
Swift win off
That
the
guy
wall.
had 9 tiles that
play,
would have dealt
no
in.
doubt about it.
Which side is your door on?
リーズもタイヤを
Where's my arm? There it is. It's on that side. Which way is
South
north?
one.
Do I
The
look
Dora
like a
is the
spiritual
3 of
practitioner?
dots.
Fuck you think
The
this
player
is?
south.
mahjong. It's fine. It's not on the table, so we hold it. Richie on Pedora. All good. We survived. It's all good.
South 3, 1 counter.
That's the wrong
Dora
light.
is the 3 of dots. The player is west, heading into the final hand of the match.
The facing of the room is only important if you have a window SMH my head. Hey, do you want to get really mad at the way that I've organized my space? I'm breaking the rules and I'm opening because it's all last and I have no fucking hope in anything.
This lifts a heavy burden.
The player, 1 step in the right direction.
This is the point
Let me
where
fucking-
skill really factors in.
If I nonchalantly kick some things out of the way.
Maybe it is better to hold back without any west tiles visible.
The player is already 1 tile to Tenpai.
Nearly every
That's
draw
the window.
has been an improvement.
You will notice that it is covered entirely in tinfoil. We don't fuck with sunlight here.
What's going to happen to this score gap? The player.
Tinfoil is
there
honestly
any
not
way
bad
to
for
turn the
insulation
tables
either.
here?
The actual reason I do that is because I sleep at basically Australia time at this point.
Uh-oh, East has declared Nietzsche.
I'm curious.
So
to
like,
see
there's
if
no
this
hope for me.
develops
I'm not
into
gonna make it.
commendation.
My root chakra's been destroyed.
The
Con!
player. Here we have a con. The new Dora is
Wrong.
suffers an unexpected loss.
With a fine play, no doubt about it.
Just take me away. I don't want to look at it anymore. Dude, is there a fucking red 5-pin on my bingo card? Why'd they do this to me? I can't believe this shit. It's a special chest. Cool. NFT hair. Alright, finish the card. There's gotta be hope for us. What am I doing playing Sanma, dude? This stream sucks.
East 1. The Dora is the 5 of dots. The player is East.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
You will improve in Yama by playing this. I don't think that that's true. 1, 2, 3, okay.
The
Fine.
player, 1 step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
Should have been North or fucking Haku first. But whatever, man.
Draws yet another dot.
Alright.
The player is already 1 tile to Tenpai.
This hand is very near completion.
Hopes of Tanya still glimmer in the
The
distance.
player across discards another dot. Look at that.
リーチしちゃおうか
There
な
it is. Nietzsche.
That is a very confident reach.
The
The
Pinzu
player
weight that I would
across
probably
decides
fuck up
to
if I were
match
playing
the
in
player's
person.
Discard. Chasing Nietzsche.
This is a neat shootout.
There's only one way. Oh my!
Thank you.
There it is. I
Bonk.
hear a roan.
Takes the lead in the race.
The player takes a modest lead.
Hey, did they fix Uni PC yet?
リーチドラさん漫画
I'm just like keeping an eye on
East
things.
1 counter. The
I had a
Dora
couple
is
really
the
good games
9
right
of
after
dots.
launch, but
The
now it
player
seems
is
to just be,
East.
like,
The
gone.
player is coming off a
Ooh, you're fun.
spectacular hand.
Taking a modest lead with that one.
This is not an easy spot to work around. The player, one step in the right
From the
direction.
sounds of the
This is
last
the point
update
where
on the
skill
fucking
really factors in.
news page, it seems like the
The
geolocking
player
is
on a
genuinely a
roll.
This hand is
mistake.
really...
The player across makes a call.
Which is like, yeah,
out
I
of
agree with that
nowhere.
fucking assessment.
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The dots are really coming together.
Apparently Tekken 8 PC is also kind of bungled right now. Is that true?
The player across already calls a second meld. The
Dude, at this
player
point, yeah, I
is
guess.
already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand looks nothing like it did at the start.
The player across discards another dot.
No, like, input delay auto adjust to ping is a little
Any
bit fucked
calls
as
on
well,
this
but
topic?
considering that
Pass for
ping
now.
measurement was completely shot on release, I guess that's probably better.
Jeez. The player across. What an incredible win off the East 2. The Dora is the 3 of BAM.
Yeah, some that really
The
does put you
player
into the
is
slot
West.
machine
The
headspace,
player
huh?
across the table is in first.
The point leader is not terribly far away.
The stage is set. Anything can happen.
Alright, guest wins first.
The player, 1 step in the right direction.
Tekken
The
8 is
next
running
pick a
an
pass for
L-Sword
now.
netcode. That bad, huh?
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
That's
This is the
interesting.
point where skill really factors in.
Oh, wow, and there's a call. There
Bang.
it is. The player on the right suffers an unexpected loss.
That was a speedy finish.
East 3.
Just
The
no
Dora
event occurred
is
there,
the
I guess.
2 of BAMs. The player is south.
Let's see where this hand ends up going.
Now, let's watch how things develop.
Alright. Is this really non-Soka? Nah, not really.
Look at that Dora.
Thank
The
you.
player, 1 step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
We are acquiring blocks.
Any calls on this tile?
Yeah, I'll open with 3
Wow,
Dora.
and there's a call.
That's like
This
fine.
looks a heavy burden.
And then I guess just like
The
probably
player
lock this
is
in.
already 1 tile
Maybe
to
3, 4,
Tempai.
keeping 3, 4,
It's
5,
important
6 for the
to find
stretch single is
best
better.
possible weight.
Because now my pair situation is kind of awkward. This is like the Shanten can lead to a very bad weight.
My, oh my, and there's the Nietzsche.
I'm curious to see if this
Do I
develops into a
fold?
confrontation.
Will it be possible to catch up?
Can
here?
I fold? So I can chuck like 2 and then 3
Excellent
pin
evasive action.
without like completely dismantling the hand. And then 7 is like super sketchy. 9 pin is at least like credible navigation.
The player on
Ah,
I've come this
geez.
far just refusing to
The player
fucking
on the
advance.
right,
That's
a
fine, I
very
guess.
Swift win off the wall.
with a fine play. No doubt.
That was a pretty rough weight. I guess if everybody backs
South
off,
one.
you're bound to
The
sumo
Dora
eventually,
is
though.
Red Dragon. The player is east.
Pretty
Player
funny.
across the table is in first.
The point leader is not terribly far away.
Is this a battle that can be won? The player on a roll.
This hand is really beginning.
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass
Not
for
enough
now.
blocks.
The player across
Be pinning
drops
things
a
when
pair.
calling the fucking Haku. I actually like my music choices that I have now
The player,
so much that I'm
first
genuinely
place is
considering
well
killing the
within
announcers just to
striking
like hear them
range.
more.
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
It's...
The next few tiles.
You are
could
not
make
gonna
huge
turn into a
difference.
pair hand out from under me again.
Oh wow, and there's a call.
Yeah, north is everybody's wind.
The player on the right. What to do with this tile? Making a move here.
This lifts a heavy burden.
I'll call with Tudora and the chance for a fucking half flush.
The
Sure.
player on the right
Whatever,
discards
man.
another dot. One step in the wrong. The player. Is it? The player scored 3 Doras.
This could sound an alert to the
Simply
other
go
players.
backwards and
The player.
believe.
1 tile to Tempai.
This hand started out as nothing, and now it's something.
The player on the right. makes
Fascinating
a call
flip,
on
my
another
brother.
bam. The new
Very
Dora
good.
is The player. That's a pwn.
Okay, one of these is more open to fucking potential future
I'm on Tempai.
weight improvement, but
This
the other
hand
is
may
like
have a
funnier
poor weight,
immediately.
but it's still explosive.
Ooh, look at me, I'm so scary. I cut Sozu for the first time on line 3.
My, and there's the niche.
There are any number of responses.
Long.
There it is. The player across.
Well,
takes
that happened.
A beating.
With a fine play. No doubt about
I'm
it.
glad I wasn't a part of it.
South 2. The Dora is
I
white
definitely
dragon.
didn't need
The
to play for a
player
hand of
is
that
west.
size. That probably could have
The
finished a little
player
bit earlier
is
if I
in
had
the
kept the
lead,
Pinzu
at
shape.
least for the moment.
Hopefully this will end
That
without
was
any
like-
incidents.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
At what point do you stop playing for value? Like, how good does your standing have to be?
The player
I'm in a pretty good
gaining
position as it
momentum.
stands
Any
right
calls
now
on this
anyway.
tile? Take a
That's
pass
not
for
a
now.
useful call. Don't do it just because it's east doesn't mean it's good. Remember where you are.
The player is already 1 tile to tempt. The player across makes a call out of nowhere.
4, 5. 2, 3, 3, 4.
Decided that dots aren't worth chasing.
I wonder if it makes any sense to anybody when I just like start yelling numbers. This is like big boy backfire approaching, but
Uh-oh, East has declared niche.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
yeah, I basically
Question is,
never
can
don't
the player
fold here,
survive
right?
this situation? 1 step in the wrong.
5
The
pin,
player
7
across,
so.
That's a pwn.
Some danger happening up here.
Maybe it is better to hold back.
What to do? Still holding back.
3 pin. That's a fucking discard in
The
3
player on
quarters.
the
The
right has
fuck?
discarded that tile.
Likely to be safe. Tuso's
This
good
can't be
Kabe.
open
Oops, I didn't
on
even
the
mean to
right.
discard that, but I guess it's going now.
Decided to pass
4
on that
pin.
middle weight.
7 so
Another safe
already
tile.
went. Although you've changed your hand a lot since then.
Finally, the last tile.
流局
Nobody
Yeah.
wins this shootout.
Only the player on the right is Tempai.
I just didn't want to handle any of that.
South 3, 1 counter. The Dora is the 1 of bands. The player is South, heading into the final hand of the match.
The player is in first and will normally play the hand fast.
Yeah,
Is this a
you're not
lead that
Chanta,
can
I
be
don't
defended?
believe. Not at this point in the game,
The
anyway.
player
You're whatever
gaining
fucking wins the
momentum.
This is
fastest.
the point where skill really factors in.
We just like draw a bunch of
Player
connected
across
tiles and play like a
makes
second
call
grader, man. I don't
out
know.
of nowhere. The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
Nearly every draw has been an improvement.
Maybe it's better to cut 1-3 here to allow this to
calls
complete
on
like
this
that.
The player,
Yeah.
Tempai.
That
Complete
call brings the hand a
bullshit,
step
but
closer to finishing.
it doesn't actually need to be strong. It just needs to have outs.
My, oh my, and there's the niche.
There are any number of responses here.
Question is, can the player survive
Can I
this
ever fold to
situation?
this?
The player, can this hand withstand? Ah,
Oof.
jeez. The player on the right. What an
All right, what's the value?
incredible win off the wall.
With a fine play. No doubt about
It's
it.
shit.
リー
Door one?
発ドラバンナ
Okay, it's one gun. Ah, well. Fucking how to score hands quickly. Alright. I've played out the card. Those are like extremely unauspicious and uninteresting games. I'm gonna fucking take care of my dishes and be back in a moment. Fucking... Please take it easy in the meantime. They all got super activated and tried to eat fucking... Alright, and back we go to regular fucking Mahjong. I've kind of been getting blown up today. Surely this has nothing to do with the fact that I play like shit basically all of the time, regardless of circumstance. You know, just having an aggressively normal one. Oh wait, I don't have a fucking, I didn't put on a card. My bad, that's my fault. Oh well. Let's see what works. Sure,
East
on
1.
HUD
The
trackers.
Dora is north. The player is east.
I'd love to see some
Oh,
tile
that's so
drawing
base.
magic
You are
here.
so fucking
Let's see
cool.
how this battle unfolds.
Alright. Please, everyone, allow yourself a moment to readjust to the presence of the Manzu suit.
This table is so
1,
quiet.
3,
I
4,
can hear
9
a
pin,
pin
huh?
drop.
It happens.
The player, one step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
1 pin hits. Why does my brain react to, like, cutting 5 terminals in a row with it's
Things
clearly
are at a
Nagashi Mangan
standstill.
every single time?
Maybe it is
Like,
better
there's
to hold
no
back
variation.
without
I
any north
can't
tiles
fucking
visible.
maintain it.
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
Two, 3.
The player is already 1 tile to... And he calls on... Took a
I
pass
kind of
for
don't
now.
want to hang on to this, but hey. R1885. That's like...
Draws yet another simple.
That's just high-rated players either
The
forcibly
player
having
cross
their rating
pairs up on
displayed
the
or having
door.
the option to put their rating on their card.
Who's going to pull away from the pack?
Kind of already have a pair locked here, so... Let's take a better shape.
The air is tense as the players take their turns.
3 pair hands are destined for fucking bad things.
How are the players going to approach
Witnessed
this
Nagashi for
hand?
the first time ever just the other
What
day.
to
I spent
do
the
with
whole
this
time
time?
waiting to
Still holding
Panhatsu.
back.
Folded because it never came out. Was their last discard and I didn't even notice he needed to break Nagashi. Whoops.
My, oh my, and there's
Yeah, playing
the
around
lead.
Nagashi's
There are
like...
any number of responses here.
That's just a
Question is,
completely
can the
different
players
dimension of
survive
like
this
giving a shit about
situation?
board state.
No.
How the fuck are you supposed to remember?
That's
2-5.
alone from the right.
The player on the right, a very favorable start.
The player on the right takes a modest
Ipe
lead.
一
pencil?
発ピンフイーペイマンガン
East 2.
All right.
The Dora is the 6
Dora
of
High
dots.
Pie. Let's see what's
the
going
player
on.
is north. The player on the right is in first.
At the moment, this is anyone's game.
This is
So it's
not
5
an
Shanten.
easy spot to work around.
I'm not hilariously excited about that.
The player, 1 step in, and he calls on this tile. Took a pass for now.
No path to victory there. I don't know why I had to think about that so hard. Teaching new players the game has literally just been like,
What's
you
going
can
to
tell them
happen
not
to
to
this
call
score gap?
any number
What
of
to do is
times,
still holding
but as
back.
long as the Yaku sheet is visible somewhere
player,
on their eye
that's
line,
progress.
they
This
will
hand is
try to
really
call
beginning to come
anyway.
together.
It is amazing to watch, because people just want to make their fucking hands speed up. They want to make cool shapes and pretty
The
patterns.
player, still no calls.
And I feel like the best
player
results I've
gaining
had
momentum.
teaching
The next few
have been when
tiles
you
could
let
make a
people
huge
do that,
difference.
but then give them a gentle tap on the shoulder when it's like, okay, so your situation is now quite bad, and here's what you might need to do to repair it.
The player, is there any way to turn the tables here?
I have told a lot of people recently to just, like, give up all their dreams and start
table
fishing
is
for a
so
half
quiet,
flush
I could hear a
because
pin
it's the
drop.
only way for them to fucking get out of the pit that they've called themselves into. Like, oh, you don't actually understand what a round wind is. And that's fine. It's a weird concept, but you just need to understand where you're
Things
at right
are
now.
at a standstill. Oh wow, and there's
Pair
a
hand
call.
could potentially appear out of the ether here, but 9-pin quite bad for that. This is not technically backfire. It is not forcibly
that man's
required
not worth
backfire
chasing.
yet. Lesser one chance, okay. Fucking Haku's gone. Haku
No
is
one
the pair.
dares to make the first move.
So probably, if I don't want to try and progress this as a pair hand, well, now I have to.
The player, one tile to Tempa.
Just makes no
It's
sense
important
not
to
to,
find
which
the
makes this
best possible
4-5
way.
pretty bad. Distant hope for Ippei still exists somewhere.
And
But,
there's the leech.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
Will it be possible
There's
to
value
catch
here,
up
but like, I don't think I ever push this. Not when advancing it means I have to
The air
fucking
is
throw
very
such scary
tense at this
tiles.
moment.
Is that super bitch made folding here? Ishan
Have
Tenshi
things
Toidor 2?
calmed down for the moment. Excellent evasive action.
Like, maybe if my unpaired tiles were like a little bit less radioactive.
The player on the right suffers
Because
an
I had no danger in this
unexpected
hand. This was
loss.
fucking
Fine play, no doubt about it.
pair weight.
リーチドラ
179 man.
East 3. The Dora is the 8 of cracks. The player is West. How does this starting hand
Alright.
look to you?
This starting hand is certainly very competitive.
The stage is set. Anything can happen.
Push fold decisions are tricky because, like, you can't just use the moment to moment feedback you get to determine whether or not it was right. There's just too many
The player,
factors.
first place is well
You can
within
push horribly and get
striking range.
rewarded for it all the time. You can fold in ridiculous situations and, like, still come out fine.
The air is tense as the players take their turns.
Normally I want to keep both of these, and so I wouldn't, like, accept that, but 1-4-so is kind of like,
Who's going to
Extremely
make the
ugly
first
to me.
call here? This table is so quiet I could hear a pin. Oh wow, and there's a call. Another useless draw.
clearly it's Nagashi, again. You know how that goes.
Who will come out on top in
Maybe
this
that should have been
confrontation?
9 mod instead.
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about.
Take the 1-3-5. Cut 4-pin while I still can and leave 6-7-7. Yeah.
How are the players going to approach this hand?
4, 5, 6, 6, 8. If I lock 3 pairs, that's like gross. Probably the correct cut there was actually
East has
7-pin
declared- Any calls? Took a
from
pass
like a
for now.
pure efficiency
The player
perspective.
across the table has discarded that
Alright.
tile.
8 so
What to do with still holding back?
lucky. Not being forced to go outright backwards. 3-pin.
One step
Yeah, I
in the
don't know.
wrong direction.
Probably too far.
Ah, gee! The
Maybe
player
one
across,
on made more
a
sense
very
there.
Swift win off the wall.
This will be a repeat of East.
Alright, the tyranny of the dealer continues.
リーズも
Great
ドラ
stuff.
East 3, 1 counter. The Dora is the one of cracks. The player is West. The player across the table is in first.
Still very much in a position to win the game.
Now, let's watch how things develop.
Maybe it is better to hold
What are
back
round one's
without any
hours on
risk
weekdays?
tiles visible.
I've suddenly become very interested in this because Frey's stuck home waiting for car repairs.
What's going to happen to this score gap?
Closes 2 a.m. every day?
The player, is there any way to turn the tables here?
This hurts a little bit.
Another useless draw. Any calls? Took a pass for now. The player on the right follows suit here. What to do?
This is
Still
5, 7,
holding
8
back.
kind of
I
blows.
see storm clouds
like,
on the horizon.
it's easy to find
wow,
upgrades.
And there's a call. The player still no calls.
5, 7, 9. It's a 5-block hand, alright.
Look at that Dora. The player.
Yeah,
2 tiles to
that's a
10
reasonable
pots.
place to cut
The
it.
player on the left. That's a pawn.
Could it be a flush? 2, 8. That's a long hesitation. That is mighty suspicious. Ooh, that's also not what I meant to cut. I was
No
actually
one
gonna
dares
match
to
cut
make the
7p
first
there.
move. Draws yet another simple.
Am I playing Super Bitch Mode
The
this
player.
game? I just
Is it
don't
time
like.
for a call.
This is dodgy as hell.
The air is very tense at this moment.
Swinging into that just seems fucking irresponsible. Hmm. Eight pin went recently, so it
Have
seems
things
sensible
calmed down
enough.
for the moment.
I'm about to be in fucking time trouble though.
Is this hand going to end quietly?
Those are all coming from hand too. That's a little. Yeah.
The player on the left
Where's the
continues to
Subway
discard
Surfer?
simples.
This
Do I need to
green
open the
dragon
caramel
could be
dance in
checked
again?
as a safe tile.
リーチ
Uh-oh, East has declared Deech.
Gotta be cautious against an East Beach.
Will it be possible to catch up here? Excellent.
Yeah,
evasive
definitely now
action.
it's too late to fight by a long shot.
The player across the table has discarded that tile.
Who will seize the win this hand? Ah,
9 months
geez.
safe.
The player
The
across.
tyranny of the dealer
What
continues.
An incredible win off.
金番
That's rough.
East 3, 2 counters. The Dora is Green Dragon. The player is West.
Let's see where this hand ends up going.
Is this a battle that can be won?
It's some slow going. Let me actually message Frey right now.
The player, 1 step in the right direction.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
7, 9.
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now.
God, please just give me one hand that advances like a normal fucking hand. Please, God? Are you there?
What's going to happen to this score gap?
Alright, 6-block hand. 1-2 pin is
What to do
weakest.
with this
6-7-8
still holding
Sanshoku, very possible.
player. Is there any way to turn the tables here? The player. 2 tiles to Tempai.
This
The
is
pair
point
hand
where
lurking
skill
in the
really
shadows
factors
yet
in.
again. Simply perceive the invisible Toitsuba. Naturally.
Things are at a standstill. Another useless draw. The player on the right discards another crack.
Times like these, I just think of I didn't pay $60 to block.
The air
Speaking
is
of,
tense
is Uni
as
2
the
fixed
players
yet?
Take their turns. Who's going to make the first call here?
Not yet. We will post our future updates and its schedule on our official X account. Okay, aside from the fact that it's cowardice to call it X, can you, like, link that account in the news post, please, so I can actually, like, click on it?
It's so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
5, 6, 7. What a mess. Alright, let's lock a pair.
The player. 1 tile to Tempai.
Certain
My, oh my, and there's the niche.
there are any number of responses here.
I'm
Will it
running
be
out of credible
possible to catch
opportunities
up
to
here?
push, but I still don't think this is one of them.
This tile is blocked off by 3 discards.
It's not the most aggressive way of
Chasing
advancing the
Gotta be
hand,
cautious against an east beach.
but got somewhere.
Player niche.
I don't know if this chase is well advised, but in 3rd place in East 3 in a Tompu, like, clearly you have to make the move eventually, right?
Ah, jeez. The player across.
Hamba
What an
3.
Incredible win off the wall.
On
This
the
will be a
3!
repeat of east.
On a Tanki weight on
リズム
fucking
ダブル
Haku, what the
バイナリ
fuck? Hatsu. Fuck. That Baimon nearly ended the game. That's incredible.
East 3. 3 counters. The
We're all
Dora
just
is
trying to
the 2 of
survive out
dice.
here.
The player is west. How does this starting hand look to you?
A quick Tenpai
It's
is
a
very much
lawless
in the
land.
cards here.
Let's see how this
brutal
battle
out here.
unfolds. The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
And he calls took a pass for now.
Do I take a pair here?
Decided that
I
dots aren't worth
suppose.
chasing.
2, 3, 4 Sanshoku.
What to do with still holding back?
The potential exists.
しちゃおうかな
It's cheeky, but
The
it's
player on the right.
it's the closest to
decides
like an
match
actual
the
hand
player's
that was built
discard.
with intent. All Might.
The player on the right.
The
is
weight
on
ain't good,
defense
but the
against
value's
the
there.
player's niche. The player on the right is playing cautious.
The player on the left won't be taking risks.
Oh wow, and there's a call.
Yeah, alright. We're making some progress.
So on a very thin draw.
That hand was quicker than lightning. I'm very curious about the results here.
I'm simply blown away.
リーチ頭脳3色漫画
I feel like I never see the Sanshoku Yakuhime. Alright, we killed somebody and came in 2nd. That's like an okay outcome for this game, considering the absolutely massive Titanic point gap between us and 1st. It's genuinely difficult to imagine aiming for anything higher. Come to think of it. Okay, well, first off, let's put on a bingo card. And then...
薬姫一覧です薬
Let
姫
me
の詳細や
see
成長度合いを確認でき
what kind of value you were picking up for
Sanshoku
that. Is this the first time I've hit Sanshoku in a ranked game since Yakuhime? That's insane.
この力はすべて
Cool
ジャンス様
sash.
のために
Everybody's getting sashes when they level up. That's like the design tenet, I guess.
ニコはチートはーいやったね
And the half cape. This is a design, huh? How do we feel about this? What are the high level mats from? I believe that the fucking like crazy purple fuck ups
メンゲンツも
are like package deals in a gold shop. But the green ones come from a exchange that refreshes either daily or weekly. There are like daily and weekly sections that is paid with tokens. Having a doll of yourself is kind of wild. This is my security blanket. It's me. The nearly lineless, very stylized look is fun. Yeah, I'm here for it. I've maxed 2 at this point, and so I have the illegal customization options.
上がりを目指して一直線に突っ走って
It's like we can return to basic bitch design if we so desire. The sparkles. But also like I feel like the stock hair just works with this design better. I feel like I've just been given the opportunity to fuck it up.
トラです一人前になれるように一生懸命頑張ります
Like, what's wrong with her? Alright. That's the event room. We don't want to go here because we don't want anything in the event room. Am I going to play all my rank tickets today? I've got 5 left. I figure rank advancement is at this point just a far-off dream because I'm getting my ass beat in every game. Just die, 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 die. It's good that Tompu ranked is like pretty fast to matchmake though. There's basically 0 skill limiters here. Like you can just get matched with anyone. I'm getting like A3, S1, S3 players all the time.
East 1, the Dora is the
Can't wait for this game to get a P5 collab and EOS 3 months after a global
I'd love
launch.
to see some tile drawing magic here.
It's okay
This
because this game already EOS'd its global version because it didn't have any of the collab content and so nobody gave 2 damns or a fuck about it. So we're safe. We're safe on JP. They're investing a lot into this, so I feel like there's probably something.
This
But
hand is
dude,
really beginning to come together.
Love Live 2 coming out stateside and then pre-announcing end of service a
The
month
next
and a
few
half
tiles
later.
could make a huge difference.
That makes me so fucking happy. I can't believe that shit.
Another simple. The player, 2 tiles to Tempon.
That's from
This is
another
the point where
world.
skill really factors in.
1, 2, 3 Sanshoku? Do we believe even a little bit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks?
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for
I guess
now.
this is 5 blocks, so this is fine, right? I had to read that announcement so many times to be
What to
convinced that
do
I
with
actually
this
understood
tile?
what it said.
Still holding back.
I'm like, there's no way. This has to be some kind of translation problem, right? But nope, they're just they're launching it and they're pre-announcing when they're going to kill it.
Who's going to pull away from the pack?
I think the best part of all the like late stage fucking live service game shit
Another
is
useless
fucking
draw.
Sony buying Destiny when Destiny has never made any money. Never. It's never
The
happened.
player, One tile to Tenpai.
This hand looks nothing like it did at the start.
Destiny 2 has never been successful at anything.
The player still no calls.
It's like, oh yeah, this is a great example. We're gonna bring this healthy live service title into our stable of
Is it time
properties.
for a call?
They don't make any money though. And they're making less and less every time.
Who's going to make the first call here?
Maybe it is better to hold back without any south tiles visible.
The player across drops a pair.
Nothing good. Nothing good is happening over there.
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
Do I get to pivot here? Do I get to like...
Gee! The
That's
player
not
suffers
a
an
sound.
unexpected loss.
The player on the left, a very favorable.
Okay. Why'd he make that sound though?
East 1, one counter. The Dora is the 9 of cracks.
Man, maybe
The
I should have just
player
been folding
is
already.
south. How does this starting
Okay.
hand look to you?
Making use of the Dora is key here.
This is not an easy spot to work around.
Does anyone want Marathon?
The player, one step
Did
in the
anyone
right
ask for
direction.
Marathon?
This hand is really beginning to come together.
The player, 2 tiles to Tenpai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
Any calls on the took a pass for now.
Alright, people are saying that Tekken 8 is a shit show right now. Uni 2 is a shit show right now.
What's going to happen to this score gap?
Dude, Uni 2's fun too.
Another
The couple of
useless
games
draw.
that I got
Oh,
and like
wow,
the sets
and
that I played
there's
with
a
Frey,
call.
fucking Creeping Edge is great.
This hand is going nowhere.
That's like especially at like low mid levels. I feel like that mechanic's fucking great.
What to do with still holding back?
Children who watch Mandalore Gaming and pretend that liking Doom Eternal and Ultrakill make them cool guys for playing Boomer Shooters
The
wanted
player,
Marathon.
Is it time for
I-
still no calls?
Get it off your chest, Orange Star. We're here for you. Woo! I can feel
The player.
the
Is there any
controlled
way to turn the
off-gassing of
tables
like
here?
liquid
The
rage.
player on the left discards another dot. The player, 1 tile to Tenpai.
This hand is very near completion.
Missing the Splatoon 3 Christmas event has me on that live service was a mistake shit. My heart's desire right now, genuinely, is to make an online
How
game
are the players going
that is
to
like
approach
able
this
to
hand?
survive with centralized matchmaking that is not living or dying on fucking FOMO shit.
My, oh my, and there it is.
The guys
The
running
player
Lichess
on the
right
left
now,
takes a beating.
that
Fine
fucking
play.
website
No doubt about it.
is like how software development should work in a perfect world. Fucking, if you give a fuck about chess at all, please like
East
literally
2,
open a
the
new
Dora
tab
is the 5
and
of
go
bands.
open
The
Lichess
player
and
is
just like
east.
browse around.
The player across the table is
Like
in
bear
first.
witness to the
Still very
power
much in a
of
position to win
like
the game.
The stage
open
is
source,
set.
not-for-profit,
Anything
full
can happen.
transparency, no fucking business model.
The player, 1 step in the right direction.
This is the point
Just
where
like
skill
we
really
like
factors
chess
in.
and we wanted to make a lightweight, responsive
gaining
fucking
momentum.
web
This hand is
application
really
and
beginning
companion
to come
mobile
together.
apps to play chess
The
on.
player across makes a call out of nowhere.
Tournaments are a little messy. The tournament UI is like absolutely some fucking Web
Draws
1.5
yet
shit
another simple.
in places. But like so much of it is so solid, especially when you compare to chess.com and how like I can actively feel my
What's going to
my
happen
fucking
to this score gap?
5800X3D and my 3070
calls on this?
praying for death. when I open fucking chess.com to like do puzzles once every couple of months.
It's important to find the best possible
It's bad,
way.
man.
The player across. Here we have a con. The new Dora is 2 dot. The perfect tile.
Yeah, sure.
There it is.
No reason not to.
Peach.
I'm trying to juggle melee and chess. I have this fucking piece of shit, which I've used more for traditional
player.
fighters than
Is
for
there
fucking
any way
anything
to
resembling a
turn the
platform
tables
fighter
here?
recently. And I'm like slowly putting together melee and ultimate on it. My brain's
The player
starting to
on the right
understand. I don't
decides
just
to
not
match
up
the
B
player's
anymore,
discard.
which is nice.
Oh, making a move.
Why are you making gun turret noises when you make calls?
There
Stop.
it is. I hear a roan.
That hand was quicker than lightning.
I'm simply blown away.
One hit.
リーチドラドラ
Nice.
East 2, 1 counter. The Dora is the 6 of dots. The player is East. The player finished the last hand quick and
Ooh.
dirty. Now, let's watch how things develop.
This is technically 4 blocks, but like the fastest way to progress this hand is 100% just like making 50
The
calls.
next few tiles could make a huge difference.
I can be a bit of a shitter and just like totally commit to this playing open.
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The dots are really coming together.
Any calls on this?
なんだよ
The player makes a call.
Do I
out
dare?
of nowhere.
I can be a
This
little
was
bit
a heavy
sneaky.
burden.
The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
Nearly every draw has been an improvement.
Speed versus value here, I
Draws
guess.
Yet another simple.
Because I don't necessarily want to broadcast anything. I kind of just want to win.
What's going to happen to this score gap? The player. Is there any way to turn the tables here? The player. Tempai.
It's like this is perfectly serviceable. It's not a runaway blow-up hand,
No
but
one dares to make the first
I'm the
move.
dealer and I make the rules. Oh fuck, how do I read?
The player
Yeah, there we
on
go,
the
because then
right
it's
drops a
3-4
pair.
again. Okay. I could have decided
The
to go
player on
backwards
the
earlier
right
and go for Honitsu,
discards another bam.
but like, instead I could just draw a red 5, I guess?
Spectacular draw.
That seems like an
A very
adequate strategy.
impressive finish.
I'm glad I
The
thought of
player
that.
is not letting up. East 2, 2 counters. The Dora is the 2 of cracks. The player is East.
It's the
player
music, man. You hear this
finished
shit?
The last hand, quick and dirty.
The music's
Is this
doing
a
it for
battle
me.
That can be won.
You got that afterburner flow.
The player already 2 tiles to Tempai.
The cracks are really coming together.
Ooh. I made a bonobo noise in response to the Akadora.
The play. Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now.
Perhaps a chimpanzee
Decided
noise.
that cracks aren't worth chasing.
The player. Eat my oh
Chimpanzee.
my, and there's
I
the
just don't
niche.
believe you.
I'm curious to see if this develops into
Do I stay
confrontation.
in?
Will it be possible to catch up here?
Folding this seems a little bit bitch-made, but at 2 away, you know.
Chimpanzee,
Thank you, Merriam-Webster.
chimpanzee, chimpanzee,
What?
The player. First place is well within
It's a valid
striking
alternate
range.
pronunciation, but I don't believe you.
The player on the right has
chimpanzee,
discarded that tile.
chimpanzee, chimpanzee, chimpanzee.
I don't know what to believe anymore. It's just lies and madness.
One step in the wrong direction.
Yeah, pursuing this is now, like, solidly not a good idea, but oh well. I don't even know if that was the correct way to fold out, but I guess it worked out.
The wall.
With a Fine play, no doubt about it.
Cambridge?
Chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee.
Wait, hold on. Cambridge Dictionary says US pronunciation,
Chimpanzee.
UK pronunciation.
Chimpanzee.
Shut up?
E3. The Dora
No?
is the 8 of cracks. The player
Chimpanzee.
is north. The player across the table is in first.
Strictly
The point
wrong?
leader is not terribly far away.
Let's see
Chimpanzee.
how this battle unfolds. The player. One
This is
step in
starting
the
to
right
get
direction.
distracting.
This is the point where
Chimpanzee.
skill really factors in.
Cambridge Dictionary written by a fucking Minnesotan.
The player. First place is
God.
well within striking range.
The alternate pronunciation sounds like you're being homophobic to them. It
The
does!
player. 2 tiles
Like
to
I'm gonna
10
put on sunglasses and
really
stride
really
confidently
come together.
down a
Any
fucking
calls on this
hallway,
time? Took a pass
yelling
for
it
now.
directly into the camera from my chest with my heart.
Draws yet another simple.
It's out of control. I don't know what to do.
Things are at a standstill. The player on the right scored 3 Doras. What to do with this still holding back?
I think about that PSA a little bit too much.
The player. Is it top? Still no calls.
I think about like what it's like to record that as the fucking actor.
The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
Certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others will gradually transform it.
The player on the right. That's a pawn. The player across.
Wooly did something
refuses
bad to me, man.
compromise.
Alright, do I even like play into that? That's like 4 Dora. They haven't thrown anything crazy yet, but like, I feel like I can wait for 1 out-of-pocket discard and then just
The
leave.
player on the left continues to
It's like
discard
Nishan
simples.
10, Tanya, Dora 1.
The air is very tense at this moment.
I'm really surprised my internet has actually worked well enough to stream this entire time, by the way. Ooh, I should have. I should have
This will be a
recognized it.
repeat of each.
That was dumb as hell to look at that fucking 4-0 and not
East
leave.
3, 1 counter. The Dora is the 2 of cracks. The player is north.
That
The
was
player on the
unwise
right
behavior.
is in
I
first.
deserve to
What's
die.
needed is a roan off the point leader.
This is not an easy spot to work around.
Man, I bet I know how I could give everybody here like some kind of neurotransmitter crash in seconds.
What's going to happen?
I could
to
just
this
like open
score
up
gap?
Tenho and start playing on Tenho.
The player. One
And
step
everybody
in the right
here
direction.
The
immediately
next
like
few
starts
tiles could make a
yawning,
huge
starts
difference.
getting nervous, fidgeting in their seat.
Any calls on this? Took a pass for now. Draws yet
I'm gonna click on
another
this and it's
symbol.
gonna be interesting sounds that a gibbon makes. You know, normally I try not to just like open random videos on stream, but
The player. Is there any way to turn the tables here? Another useless draw.
God, this is a video of
What to
me.
do with this still holding back?
Interesting sounds that a Twitch streamer makes.
The play. Still no calls.
It's a pair hand again.
The player.
Why do they keep
2
doing this to
tiles
me?
Oh wow! And there's a call. The player on the left discards another dot.
Maybe I should have kept the 6, looking for fucking 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku. I bet Dora, this thing is just like a weight around my neck. I don't know. Is someone in your house have Splatoon 3? Nope. Oh shit. Maybe somebody's life is about to be worse than mine. There's hope for me. I can climb the corporate ladder by killing my enemies.
Is west. The player is north. How does this starting hand look to you?
This starting hand is certainly very competitive.
The stage is set. Anything can happen. Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now.
I type crow noises into the YouTube search bar, and one of the completions is crow noises 10 hours loud.
What's going to happen to this score gap? What to do with this still holding back?
10 hours loud. Do you guys like my Twitch stream?
Is there any way to turn the tables here? The player, still no calls.
I played this for 7 seconds on slow, and it's upset the crows that live around here. It's like they've called a neighborhood watch meeting. Alright, playback speed 0.25.
The player is already 1 tile to Tenpai.
This hand is very near completion.
I'm waiting for it.
Who's going to make the first call here?
We shouldn't have done this.
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
Can we speed that up a little bit?
Things are at a standstill.
Alright, how about 1.5x?
How are the players going to approach this hand?
That sounds like somebody's cleaning my bathtub.
Is this hand
I'm just like
going to
emotionally
end
refusing to
quietly?
respond to anything that happens on the board, by the way. It's not a pair hand, you piece of shit stoner.
The player across drops a pair.
Alright.
My oh my.
Also on this page is 10-hour air horn.
Any number of responses.
Who will seize the win this hand?
I was hoping I could summon a sumo, but I guess that didn't happen.
Win off the wall.
With a fine play, no doubt about it.
Alright, there's just no hope for anybody in this game. Nothing good's ever gonna happen
East
again.
4. The Dora is the 5 of BAMs. The player
1 hour
is
of
west.
silence randomly
Heading
interrupted by
into
the Taco
final
Bell
hand of
noise.
the match.
The player has one final chance to make a big move.
Well, it's hard to know just how this will turn out.
Why is the idea of this funny enough that I have to control my face?
The player, already 2 tiles to Tenpai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
The player on the right makes
Yeah, I
a
don't really
call
know what my
out
path to
of
value is
nowhere.
here. I'm gonna be completely honest.
What's going to happen to this? Any calls on this? Took a pass for now.
You know what? Fine.
リーチしちゃおうか
There
な
it is! Nietzsche!
I guess.
Oh my
Sure.
God! I
Alright.
That hand
Now
was
here
quicker
comes the
than lightning.
greatest
I'm very
fucking
curious about
Rodora
the
flip of all
results here.
time.
I'm
Nope.
simply blown away.
一発
Richi Ipatsu for no placement change. Ranked Mahjong. It's not fourth. It's okay. Hey, it's a plaid background. That's cool. I guess at this point I've just accepted that I'm gonna play out my tickets. I don't know if that's like a responsible thing to do.
あなたたちの祈りを絶望で終わらせたりしない
East 1. The Dora is Red Dragon. The player is North.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Okay.
Let's see how
That's
this
encouraging.
battle unfolds. Who's going to make the first call here? Any calls on this tile?
Yeah, you know what? I'll open for that.
The player
I don't
makes
have
a
any
call
moral structure
out of
whatsoever.
nowhere.
I just believe that it'll show up.
Who will come out on top in this
I
confrontation?
don't need to confirm shit. I'm a Nanase player. I don't need to confirm shit.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about. The player. Oh,
Two-part
making a move
ambiance with
here.
occasional screaming, relaxing ASMR.
Maybe it is better to hold back without any east tiles visible.
Yeah, this is fine.
The player. 2 tiles to Tempai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
Everybody just like bracing for it.
Who's going to pull away from the pack?
This is 10 hours? This is
Look
10
at
hours
that
long.
Dora.
Alright, any moment now. Any moment now, Jun's gonna drop.
How are the players going to what to do with this
I believe.
tile?
Do you
Pick a
believe?
pass for now.
I believe.
The player. 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
Alright, this is taking forever to pay off, and it sounds a little bit too much like
No
I
one
just
dares
fucking
to make
have
the
my
first
AC.
move. The player on the right calls to form a Dora meld. The player, Tempai.
It's Yaku.
No Yaku in this hand yet.
And now it's
player
not.
Scored 3 Doras.
This could sound an alert to the other players.
It's scarier when you're European and you don't know what the Taco Bell sound
The air
is.
very tense at this moment.
This is an amazing top comment.
The
That's
player
fucking
on the
great.
Right. Here we have a chi. Oh my!
なんです
There
Bong.
it is. I hear a roan.
A tremendous hand right out of the gate. The player.
薬杯
The
ドラ
player
さん
takes a modest lead.
I worked really hard for that one. Bingo.
East 2. The Dora is the 9 of dots. The player is West. The player is coming off a spectacular hand.
Taking a modest lead with that one.
This is not an easy spot to work around. The player
So hold the
one
West
step
for a
in
bit.
the right direction.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku potentially in another world.
The player on the left. Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now.
The great thing is that you guys will never know whether the Taco Bell video is still going.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about.
These are some pretty awkward blocks, but I think we'll get there.
Holding back. The players are all. The player on the left. Here
I turned
we have
both of
a
them
con.
off.
The new Dora is green
I'm done with that bit. Are you a pair hand? Not yet.
Who will come out on top in this confrontation?
Alright, now is Uni 2
The player
fixed?
on the left. Already. The player. Is it still no calls?
Nope.
Have things calmed down for the moment?
Okay, so this is kind of weird and specific, right?
This hand is really
Does
beginning to come
anybody
together.
else fucking hate the new key art in Uni 2?
How are the players going to approach this hand?
I can't put my finger
The
on
player
what's
on the
going
left
on besides
discards
feeling like
another
people's
crack.
faces
The
are
player,
just not
one
okay.
tile to Tempai.
It's important to find
But,
the best
like,
possible weight.
The player on the
Something-
right.
something
Here we have a
happened,
con.
I don't know.
The new Dora is 4 bam.
I like
player
almost all the new
across
arrangements,
made a call
though.
there.
This hand is now a guaranteed 2 high.
I'm glad people are gonna stop memeing Nanase theme. I never thought it was that bad.
No one dares to make the player on the left. Here we have a cheat.
Do I continue this? Well, I don't really have a great way of unambiguously folding. There's a lot of Dora in play. I have 2 of them, but I can't see many of the
The air is
others.
very tense at this moment.
The landscape is a little bit difficult after those cons.
There it is. The player on the right suffers an unexpected loss.
With a fine play, no doubt about
Alright.
East
Small
3.
potatoes.
The Dora is the 5 of dots. The player is south. How does this starting hand look to you?
The question is, where's the red dragon hiding?
The stage is set. Anything can happen.
The only Steam guide for Uni 2 is the
player
DLC from the
is
early
already
purchase
one
didn't
tile
work. What
to
do I
10
do?
by.
Certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others will
Wild.
gradually transform it.
I have
Any
actually
calls
been
on
thinking
this
about
tile?
something for a bit.
Make a pass
A friend
for now.
pointed out something fucking interesting. That, like, when people ask, hey, where would you recommend I go to get into pinball? I tell most people Pinball FX, even though my
This
review
table
on
is so
Pinball
quiet,
FX
I
is
can
not
hear a pin
recommended.
drop.
And I kind of feel the need to, like, justify that to the world. But, like, a Steam review is the wrong place for extended
Things are at a
nuance.
standstill.
And also, I don't think I get to mention Visual Pinball X in that review. I think
The air
mentioning,
is tense
like,
as the
questionably
players
legal
take their
hobbyist
turns.
emulator software is a
Another
good way to
useless
get my
draw.
review buried.
The player on the right discards another crack.
So I'm
This
just
hand
kind of,
is
like,
going
waiting for this
nowhere.
hand to advance itself. I don't really need to do anything.
Who's going to make the first call here?
I guess it could be a pair hand.
The player. 1 tile to Tempai.
I'll
This
leave the
hand is
option
very
open.
That's the last tile, still holding back.
Now,
What to
am I
do with
willing
this
to
is
go
still
in
no
with a
calls.
weight on the fucking 5, so? Yeah. Okay, well, I can't. Good catch on fucking Furitan. So I should
Have
probably
things
just get rid of
calmed
that.
down for the moment.
Handle it.
The player. Is it time for a call?
Yeah, get out of here. You don't want it. Don't
Wow,
take it.
and
Okay.
There's a call. The player across drops a pair. How are the players going to approach this hand? Doubled up on a tile that was just discarded.
Yeah, that's the thing about these hands that come like neatly prepackaged and disassembled for you. Pretty much all you're doing at this point is just like deciding whether or not to continue.
No one dares.
And
to
right
make
now
the
nothing
first
looks
move.
crazy enough to tell me that I should back away from fucking Ishanten Shitoi. I still have the tab for Karma
The air
Dance and
is
strobe
very
lights up.
tense at this moment.
I like how you can see this in the camera just a little bit. This is like bad for tile acceptance, but very slightly funny.
The player on the right. What an incredible win off the wall.
タイヤを
With a
ドライ
fine
を
place,
バン
no
ナー
doubt about it.
Alright.
East 4. The Dora is the 3 of BAMs. The player
Alright,
is
first
East.
place East 4.
Heading into the
finish it.
final hand of the match.
The player is in first and will normally play the hand fast.
Is this a lead that can be defended?
24799. Is this actually the way to play that?
Any
Maybe that should have been
balls on this
fucking
took a pass
6
for
cell,
now.
but this is kind of a 6 block hand, yeah.
Things are at a standstill.
Alright,
The player
cut a
is
superfluous
already
pair.
one tile to Tenpai.
It's important to find the best possible weight.
What to do with this still holding back?
Take a tricky right here.
Nietzsche. The player on the left decides to match the player's discard. The player on the right is on
All right,
the defense
we're just
against
chilling.
the player's Nietzsche. Oh,
This is
wow,
basically
and
the best
there's a
thing I can
call.
do for myself here is just fucking present a threat and see how many people are willing to stop advancing their own hand.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about.
Last place isn't strictly obliged to push here because the gap
The
is
player
so
across
narrow
the
that somebody
table
else could
is
deal
assuming
in.
that it's an open
But
weight.
like,
The player.
it's still pretty
Can this
wild to
hand
not.
withstand the heat?
So if anybody throws into this, it'd be them.
The player across the table won't be taking risks here.
Have things calmed down for the moment?
I am literally just reading the Pinball Effects bug
How
report
are the
thread now.
players going to approach this hand? The player can't quite get the job done on this hand. No one dares to make the first move.
Do you have to pay for this game? Basic play is free. You can't play ranked or event rooms unrestricted.
The air
You need
is very
in-game currency or
tense at
paid
this moment.
currency for them. But if you're just looking for casual games, I know this is the best shit around, and all you have to do is deal with registering an account in Japanese, which I don't remember being that difficult. If you're like a ranked grinder, probably not the
The
place for
player
you,
on the
unfortunately.
left
I wish
is
Sega would
playing
fucking get their
cautious.
shit together
Is
when
this
it comes to
hand
that.
going to end in a draw?
But, hey,
There it is.
what do you
The
know?
player
Last
on
place
the
dealt
right
in.
Takes a beating.
A very impressive finish. A spectacular finish.
I'm simply blown away. The player held on to first place.
Cool. Are they not last? Can I not read? Well, now they're fucked. Yay. Feed me the dopamine directly, please. Genuinely, your best way of getting fucking currency in this game is just to ball out of the gym with the free event tickets. You can get pretty substantial rewards for ARS ranking event cards. I think I'm good for now. Been playing for about 3 hours. I can feel my edge starting to fucking dull a little bit. So let's just turn in the fucking woman crystals and get the hell out of here. I got a couple ranked tickets for next time. What is your design language supposed to be exactly? I guess we'll never know. I definitely don't seem to be getting anything for, like, experience on maxed characters. So I kind of regret using my resources to max a character early. But also, like, what if Sparkles? Who knows? I am still baffled they added a Nagashi character. Have I actually shown them? There she is. I think she's great. What do these characters do? So in the 10th anniversary event, basically, they started this fucking thing where they give every single unique hen type in the game a fucking anime girl Gijinka, and they serve no actual purpose other than to, like, cheer you on when you win hands, and, like, I guess their presence encourages newer players to, like, learn about hand types and encourages, like, rising intermediates to go for hand types they wouldn't expect, because when you hit a hand for a given Yakuhime, you get credit towards leveling her up, and leveling her up gives you cosmetic bullshit. As well as new, like, select screen voice lines and stuff. It's very funny. This is the most baffling shit ever, because, like, the core idea is both really appealing and really fucking stupid, and they appear to have actually just gone after it, like, with no irony present. It is genuinely 100% fucking hard-on-sleeve, full-throated belief. I'm like, hey man, there's some designs in here. Fucking, what's going on with the design language for fucking Shosangen? Oh, it's fucking red, white, and green with dragon motifs. Because the hand is little 3 dragons. Wow, that one's complicated. But yeah, I haven't... Obviously, all the stuff in the, like, VN scenes is in Japanese, and I could not be fucked to OCR at all. But, there's a weird amount of it. You can even, like, get a certain amount of extra credit per day by, like, playing bot games, which I guess is a more appealing option for people who are, like, a little bit afraid of competition and just want to, like, chill out and learn the game. Dude, the fucking AI games are crazy, though. The AI is actually, like, not a total pushover here. It's, like, not Naga, obviously, but, like, you're still playing against 3 different people, and it's still kind of a winner-takes-all environment. It's very funny. Did you do my 9 tickets? I wonder when they're doing the next special gacha. I wonder when this shit will get off my fucking screen. I thought we were done with Hestia. What's she doing here again? I thought that was long gone. What's the fucking problem? Oh yeah, I have I got 2 gold tokens from that bingo card, so I can do 1 exchange here. And that means... This is the place I can put my resources, because I don't have to worry about capping you out early ever. Very cool. This is only B stage, too. B stage is on until the 28th, and then it's final. On for another fucking week. Where did this collab come from? Why is Hestia on my screen again? Did I teleport back in time? Hi, Isaac. No, I might do one more. Fucking... They bungled Uni PC so fucking hard. I'll play one more. 14 hours of Hollow Knight terrorism. How many fucking BDP abusing Wagners did you fucking slay? I watched a little bit of that shit. I was able to catch a little bit from yesterday. Or yesterday. I'm sleeping in Australia time. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
East 1. The Dora is east. The player is north. How does this starting hand look to you?
A quick Tenpai is very much in the cards here.
This is a hand.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
Is Uni 2 PC fixed yet?
Any calls on this tile?
Fine.
The player makes a call out of nowhere.
Pawn is
Maybe
faster
it is
than
better
she.
to hold
Fuck
back
it.
Without any south tiles visible.
What to do with this tile?
ポンだよ
The player already calls a second meld. The player is already one tile to Tenpai.
This hand is very near completion.
Who will
I was
come
having a
out
really
on
rough
top
time
in
getting
this
matches earlier when,
confrontation?
like, fucking literally 6 a.m. was, like, it was popping. I was getting great games.
Whatever
The
happens,
ping indicator
it'll
was
be
telling me that they
something
were
to talk
900
about.
MS, but, like,
The player
it was
on
the best
the right
900 MS games I've ever had, you
discards another
know?
crack.
I want to
The
believe
players are
that this
already
lunch can go well.
visualizing their winning hands.
Turn it around, French bread, I
The player
believe.
on the left drops a pair.
You guys can
Maybe
do
it
it.
is better to hold back without any white dragons visible.
Alright, so we're just chilling.
Who's going to pull away from the pack? How are the
This is the
players
thing
going
about,
to
like,
approach
opening this hand with,
hand?
like, no guaranteed Yaku and then just, like,
Doubled up
believing
on
in
a
Toy
tile
Toy.
that was just
The
discarded.
backfire
Probably
is
looking to
incredible.
block that.
I'm in
The
so much
player on
pain.
the right.
I am
Here
in
we
so
have a
much
con.
pain.
The new
Alright,
Dora
that appeared
is
as an
9
indicator, and that
betting.
appeared in someone's
My,
pile.
oh my, and there's the niche.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
Will it be possible to catch
I definitely
up here?
can't
the
fold.
player's going for it. Chasing Beach.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation. That's a safe tile for the player across the table.
Ah, geez. The player on the right.
Also,
What
if you try
an
and type Uni 2 without a
incredible
space,
win
it tries to
off the
force you to
wall.
buy
The player
bits.
on the
Hello?
right, a very favorable
What?
start.
The player on the right takes a modest lead.
発番外
But why? What prefix is Uni anyway?
East 1, one counter. The Dora is Red Dragon. The player is North. The player
Unicorn,
on the right
fuck.
is in first.
That's really
The player has
That's
between
extremely
30 and
irritating.
40,000 points.
Still very much in a position to win the game.
This is not an easy spot to work around. What's
I
going
definitely
to
feel like
happen
it.
to this score
Toonie.
gap? The player on the left. Here we have a con. The new Dora is 5
Toonie the
cracked.
Toonie game.
Any call? Took a pass for now. The player. Is there any way to turn the table?
If Under Night was
player on
1
the
AD,
left
then
made a
can
call
fucking
there.
Uni 2 just be 2 AD? There's the outline of something here. I don't know. I'm a little tired. Splathrine?
Who will come out on top in this confrontation?
Nah. Put it back in the oven. It's called Slim.
The player on the left
You're right.
makes
They
a
already
call
paid
on
280.
another dot. The player, 2 tiles to Tenpai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
What to do with this tile? Still holding back.
Maybe I could have called.
The player on the left. Here we have a con. Underside the player. Is it time for a call? Still no calls.
I guess I just cut these and aim for Tanyo. Oh shit, I forgot. I have my own channel points for free. So I can just do this.
No one dares to make the first move.
So like, it doesn't have to
The
be a
air is
flush.
very tense at this
But
moment.
like,
The player,
it's probably
one
not
tile
a
to
flush.
Tenpai.
It's important to find the best possible weight.
Oh, making a move here. Have things calmed down for
I'm
the
sitting here
moment?
trying to work out whether I get to do that, and the answer is, where's your fucking pair?
The player on the right, that's a pawn. The player.
Alright, everybody's
this is a
open but me.
turn.
It's... People are about to get hurt. It's gonna be a fucking bloodbath out here. I probably shouldn't have isolated my pair, and we're throwing away my pair and just
Is
fucking
this
cut
hand
like
going to end
7-1
quiet?
or something. It's not like I'm gonna get any signals on danger for the rest of the round. Dude, all of the fucking
The player
Twitch channel
across
point auto
discards
redeems
another
are
ban.
like fucking... They're paid software and they're huge scams. Can I fold? But that's so fucking
One
dangerous.
step in the wrong direction. The player on the right calls to form a
I don't want to throw
Doramel.
Pinzu against whatever that is.
It is. The
I
player
fucking
on the
knew
right
it!
takes
I
a
knew it!
beating.
With a fine play, no doubt about it.
The fight for first.
When the immediate feedback makes fucking
East
sense.
2. The Dora is the 9 of cracks. The player is west.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic.
And I'm
here.
rewarded with Dora
The
High
stage
Pie
is
again.
set.
Yay.
Anything can happen. Any calls on took a pass for now. The player, one step in the right direction.
This is the point where
What to do with this tile? Still holding back.
No hope of
The
Tanya just
player,
yet.
still no calls. The player on the left makes a call out of nowhere.
Alright, what is this garbage gonna be?
Draws yet another
That page
symbol.
isn't even loading. I definitely just got hacked. I'll see you guys the fuck later. This is so fucking bad. I want to keep both those Doras, so I should ostensibly have kept the 7 and then, like, just cut a superfluous
What's
pair
going
or
to
something.
happen to this score gap?
But, like, I hate
Another
everything
useless
and
draw.
want to die. Timeout
The
with
player
bits,
on the
now in
left
different
continues
colors.
to discard
Fucking
symbols.
based.
The player is already one tile to Tenpai.
certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others will gradually transform it.
Oh, I didn't know extension developers got a cut of
The player
bits.
on
That's
the
fucking
left
funny.
already calls a second meld.
That's a pretty good grift.
The player, is there any way to turn the tables here? How are the players going
I'm
to
genuinely
approach
wondering
this
how
hand?
quickly people would get, like, extremely fucking heated if you could just pay IRL money to tell someone to shut up in my
No
chat
one
room.
dares to make the first move. The player on the left. Here we have a con. The new Dora is 4 BAM.
Me 5 minutes ago. I really think that all software should be open source and not for profit because it genuinely produces the best results. Me at this exact moment. Okay, but wouldn't it be funny if...
The air is very tense at this moment.
This is pain. I'm in pain.
Have things calmed down for the moment?
Most people use it to pen themselves. That's pretty cool.
The player on the left. That's a pawn. Look at that!
Alright, 1-4 wait.
No.
Cool!
I hear a roan!
With a fine play, no doubt about it.
I mean, like, I had to throw Sozu to do it, so maybe it wasn't the smartest idea.
East 3. The Dora
But,
is
like, I
Red
didn't
Dragon.
pay $60
The
to
player
block, you
is
know?
South. The player on the left is in first.
What's needed is a
Yeah,
roam
playing
off
another
the
game
point
was a
leader.
mistake.
Now, let's watch how things develop.
My flow reserves are depleted. I need to inhale another bag of barbecue
What's going to happen
chips
to
and,
this
like,
score gap?
submerge myself in a
The
sensory
player
deprivation
already
tank.
2 tiles to tempo.
And that'll
The
emerge
next few
stronger
tiles
and
could
ready
make
to,
a
like,
huge difference.
count tile acceptance again.
Any calls on took a pass for now.
Definitely this was really close to fucking Chanta if I wanted to
The
go that
player.
route.
Is there any way to turn
But I
the
find that a
tables
lot of
here?
hands that are
What to do with
superficially
this
close to
time?
Chanta that
Still
don't have a
holding back.
fucking terminal pair are instead just like vortexes of unlimited paint. Because you're guaranteed to be on like a
The
dog shit
player
donkey
across
weight.
makes a call out of nowhere. Draws yet another simple.
It is genuinely a harder
Is
Yaku than it
already
appears.
1 tile to tempai.
I think
This
it's
hand
one
is
of the
very
highest
near
rates
completion.
where like I see beginners go for it because they've got like a couple 1s and a couple 9s and then like realize that it is
player
impossible to
still
advance their
no
hand,
calls.
having already called and locked themselves in. It's very funny.
Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about.
I feel like the actual utility of the time yourself out redeem
The
is
player
like,
across
oh shit, I
already
accidentally
calls a
control V'd
second
my home
round.
address into chat. That's the real appeal.
The player. Is it time for a call? How are the players going to approach this hand?
So now we're just chilling.
No one dares to make the first
Shantan,
move.
take it. Things can't get worse for me. I'm in last place in
The
East
player
3.
across continues to discard simples.
They can absolutely get worse. That's a
Making
fucking
a
lie,
move
by the
here.
way. That's like a heinous untruth.
The air is very tense at
One of the
this
beautiful
moment.
things about this game is that the depth of the hole that you can dig yourself is nearly unlimited. There is like nothing but earth. It is dirt all the way down to the
Have
core.
things calmed down for the moment?
My playstyle is also dirt all the way down to the core.
Look at that!
Mm-hmm.
リーチしちゃおうか
There
な
it is! Leech!
Hey man, it's technically sumoable. It's not like I get to wait around.
Who will seize the win?
Best
this
case is
hand?
3,000 from exhaustive draw, honestly, because I know
Player
this shit
across
isn't
is
showing
on
up.
the
I don't
defense
believe for a
against the
fucking
player's
second.
leech. The player across decides to match the player's
And I see-
discard. The player! Can this hand withstand the heat?
The player on the left won't
Are
be
you
taking
pushing?
risks
I
here.
genuinely can't tell. Yeah, you're pushing.
The player on the right.
Nobody wins this shootout.
So that'll be 1,000 points from exhaustive instead.
east
But
4.
now it's my
One
dealer
counter.
turn.
The Dora is
It's east
the
4,
2 of
so
cracks. The player is east.
the game
Heading into
ends
the
when I
final
stop
hand
winning
of the
hands.
match.
The player can win with a self-drawn Hanuman.
Well, it's hard to know just how this will turn out.
Alright, 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku is like distant possibility, 4, 5, 6 probably
What's
easier.
going to happen to this score gap? The player already 2 tiles to Tenpai.
This is the point where skill really
Forichi
factors in.
abort. I
Quote,
believe
the player
Azora
on the
has
right
Forichi
makes a
abort.
call out of nowhere.
I don't personally like the rule. I think it's probably fine for competition, but I think it is much funnier when the game continues.
The player. Is there any way to turn the tables here?
Turn that shit up just a little bit for
The
power.
player is already 1 tile to Tenpai.
It's important to find the best possible weight.
Draws yet another simple.
The Magatsu theme will give me power.
The players are already visualizing their winning hands.
Do I want to lock a pair or keep the 5-7-9? I think I believe in the 5-7-9.
Quote, the player on the right made a call there. The player draws another
Ooh.
Dora just like that.
Let's keep 2 pairs.
How are the players going
I
to
feel like I'm
approach
running out of
this hand?
time with the threat that's being presented to my right. But I can't do anything about that other than, like, will the tiles into my fucking hands. Take 2 Ryomans over... Surely not, right?
No one dares to make the first move. Doubled up on a tile that was just discarded.
Yum.
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now. The air is very tense at this moment. What to do with this tile?
I can call for Tenpai.
Oh, make the player Tenpai.
That call brings the hand a step closer to finishing.
It's not a stellar weight. I don't think anybody here has any reason to throw into it intentionally, but they also don't have much of a reason to push me. Not a great pivot.
Who will arrive? Oh my!
Alright,
There it
let's
is.
start.
The player on the right takes a beating.
A very impressive finish.
Oh, simply blow.
Alright, so we're out of last place.
East 4,
for now.
2 counters. The Dora is the 3 of bands. The player
Oh
is
shit,
East.
3 Dora high
Still
five.
on the final
What's going
hand.
on?
What's our situation?
The player, a Hanuman, will take first.
Is there a victory on the horizon?
Haneman will take
The
first,
player,
huh?
1 step
Well,
in the
we've
right
got
direction.
3 Han out of
This hand
6.
is really beginning to come together.
Want to play
The player
pretty
gaining
carefully
momentum.
regarding
The next
efficiency
few tiles
here. 1, 2,
could
3,
make a
4,
huge
5.
difference.
I would really, really love to keep both those Dora around, but speed is what matters more than anything right now. In fact, I
The
think
player
I
is
probably
already
have to
1
make that
tile to
painful cut
Tenpai.
in order
Nearly
to keep
every draw
fast.
has been an improvement.
It could be a pretty
The player
rough.
on the
Yeah, it's
left
basically
makes a
guaranteed to be a
call
rough
out
closed
of
weight until I
nowhere.
can unless I can massage this hand a little bit. Maybe it's better to cut 8-9 here. The Pinzu shape can
What's going to
morph into
happen to
something
this
that's a
score
little bit
gap?
more
The
palatable.
player on the left. Any calls on this tile?
I
Took a
don't think there's
pass
any
for
way to
now.
turn this into Tanya, so I won't be using this, so I can throw the East later since it's like safe against everything
Look
except
at
pure
that.
orphans. I've got to go for it. I can't wait around for a better way.
The player on the right is assuming that it's an open weight.
And with no guaranteed Yaku, Damaten isn't like favorable either.
The player. Oh,
All right,
there it is. I hear
we're
a
distributing
roll.
the hits
That hand
around.
was quicker than lightning. The player
the new
could
first
take the
place
win,
easily.
depending on the underside Dora.
The player
DJ
is
Dora
not
Dora.
letting up.
All right, second place,
East
striking
4,
distance of
3
first.
counters. The Dora is the 2 of Bams. The player is East.
These
Still
are
on the
some
final hand.
outstanding
What's our
fucking initial
situation?
draws.
The player, for Tsumo,
This
500
is
points all
kind of
around or better
nonsense.
will take first. For Gong, 1,500 points or
I think
more
at that
will take
point I
first.
genuinely
Well,
might have
it's hard
wanted to
to
keep
know
one of the
just
honors
how
first.
this will turn out.
Because like this hand might benefit from calling. It can be of any size. It just needs to win, and that secures first place. One pin came out.
The player on the right makes a call.
You would like this
out
to be
of
over very
nowhere.
strongly, I'm sure. I'll play pure efficiency here, or at least attempt to.
The player, first place, is well within striking range.
Some decent shapes. Score doesn't matter,
Who
but
will come
5,
out
6,
on
7
top
Sancho
in
could
this
benefit.
confrontation?
It beckons just because I like the elegance of it.
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
5, 7's a little weird, 1, 2's a little weird. Ooh ho ho. What the hell are you?
The player
Keep 2 pairs.
is already 1 tile to Tempai.
Certain tiles will fit right into this hand. Others will gradually transform it.
I have the 2 announcers in different languages intentionally to
Have
make
things
it like
calmed
one is
down for the
interpreting the
moment?
other. That's pretty cute. 3 pairs? Is it better take the Ryanman here to strengthen the 1-2?
The player on the right continues
I
to discard
think that's
symbols.
better for acceptance. Getting a little bit heart fluttery.
How? Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for
There's
now.
no way to make that call make sense.
The player on the right
It's
discards
very possible
another
that lateral
dot.
movement ends this with me in first, just like by virtue of Kamicha
What to
doing
do
the
with
Shimacha.
still holding back?
Ugh. How scary is this? I gotta let it through.
No one
That
dares to
seems,
make the first
from a
move.
hand, that seems very, very fucking suspicious. I'm starting to feel the danger
The
close
air
in.
is very tense at this moment.
Some hot fire up here, some hot fire over here. I don't know if Kamicha's advanced shit. That's a lot of fucking Sumagiri discards right off the bat. Oh, this is scary.
The
Okay.
player on the right, that's a
That's...
bone.
Yeah, call the 3s and then cut a 5. Oh god, but I'm in such dramatic time trouble
We're
right now.
witnessing a tense push and pull.
I have to be really careful with the way that I treat this.
The
6 pin went
player,
through.
still no calls.
I literally have under a second to make every move for the remainder
player
of
on
the
the
hand.
right follows suit here.
4 pin.
The player, is it time for a call?
Maybe should have been 7.
Is this hand going to end quietly? Who will
If I can
seize
make
the
some
win this
last
hand?
minute desperate call for Tanyao. I don't know who the fuck is dangerous. All I know is that when this is over, I would like to be Tempai, thank you very much. Alright. That's my last discard.
Nobody wins this shootout.
Ended with the player
It was
on the
all
left in
bullshit!
first.
Those tiles were worth about 100 times more face down than up. Alright. The second's a bit of an anticlimax after that run, but that ending is funny enough that I think it makes up for it. What a fucking mess. I was jumping at shadows everywhere. What a fun fucking endgame. That was neat. Alright. I wonder what that title actually is. Can I Google Lens that with other text in front of it? Maybe I'll just screenshot it for later. That's not your Sharex, that's mine. Sorry.
薬姫一やあやあちょっとだけ強くなったかも
Time to take the anti-anxiety meds and go again. You mean the Baja Blast, right? You mean the Chaos Emeralds. What's happening to me right now? I think that's probably the best game I can hope to end on. So, get the fuck out of this garbage stream, please. Get the hell out of here. Thanks for coming.